State. And 4 teams have broken state meets. We're looking forward to a great 2023-24 season that starts next Saturday. Again, congratulations to all girls and coaches for the 2023 Georgia State Championship. Georgia fans, one more act. Check us online at LNBroadcast.com. In just a few minutes, we'll go live with our pregame show hosted by Lassiter Tony, produced by Bud Green, and your very own Lassiter News Network. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with your hats for the presentation of colors by Lassiter High School Junior ROTC. Please stand and play our national anthem. And left, right, Cadet Seaman, Oakland, Astoria. Navy Flag, Cadet Senior Petty Officer, Attaway. American Flag, Cadet Citizen, Over Astoria. Right, Cadet Senior Petty Officer, Rovers.
And a pleasant good evening to everybody here on the Lassiter News Network. Back with another Friday night action between your Lassiter Trojans and the evil Pope Greyhounds from 2 miles to the west of here. But yeah, Blake Newsom here with Colin English for another night of Lassiter Trojan football. Sorry for the last broadcast. We were told, about an hour and 15 minutes before kickoff that it would be canceled on us, and we spent like 3 or 4 days prepping for the production of the game. So that was just an unfortunate outcome. But we're back, and we're ready for some real football to broadcast. Ironically, the game they won was the game that we couldn't be a part of. So we're hoping that we're just not a curse.
Which, you know what? Hopefully we're not, but that was I could see the game. It was unbelievable. They did so well that
Johns
week.
Creek did not stand a chance against these men from Troy.
No.
That was cringe. I got to hold myself. That's what you get when you haven't been on the air for, 6.5 weeks. So, yeah, welcome in everybody, whether you're watching us on the NFHS Behind the Wall paid broadcast or if you're watching us on our very own Lassiter News Network YouTube channel. Make sure you guys settle in and grab a bucket of popcorn, whatever soda beverage you would wish to watch the game with, and we welcome you in on this beautiful, not so cold, ironically, Friday night in the middle of October.
No, it feels great. Yeah, no, it's a good environment. A lot of people here from the HoCo crowd and had a huge parade earlier. It was a good success, and it's a beautiful day to be a Lassiter Trojan.
Yeah, and I think the weirdest thing of it all is we just spoke about how this last game we didn't get a chance to do, which is it's out of our way. They were on break. It was hard to communicate, so I understand the process. But we talked about this about 10 minutes ago off air. It was so stinking hot then. It was still, sweating like monkeys and pigs up here in the booth, and here we are 6 weeks later, and we're in hoodies and sweatpants. It's just the beauty of football season. It goes from 100-degree training days to snowy playoff games in a matter of, a blink of an eye.
Yep, and that's what's great about football is the weather that you have to go through. There's so many different challenges, like outside of the game, that you have to go through, and the weather's one of them.
And hopefully the weather stays clear tonight. I know originally at some point there was forecast for rain throughout the week, and thankfully, I know there were some sun showers throughout the Marietta-Roswell area today, but as of right now, not that there's many clouds left in the sky, but it is a beautiful, beautiful sunset over the side of the Pope stands. So, I guess we have a couple minutes here. We have our rosters out for everybody. Do you want to, dive into what we can expect, from Lassiter's side tonight, but maybe what to expect as somebody who's played against the Greyhounds a couple times?
Yeah, absolutely. I think on the Lassiter side, you're going to expect a big passing attack. It worked against Johns Creek, and I think they're going to utilize it again today with Levi Mont and all their receivers, and they got some young guys starting today, and I'll be really excited. And Pope's got to come out, and I think they're gonna run. They got a nice solid running back there, and we'll see what happens.
And I guess for the Greyhounds, ironically, I've been doing this for a number of years now. I have not yet witnessed a Lassiter Pope game here at the Frank. So this will be a first. You, of course, have been battling those guys for, about a decade at a time, as they are welcomed out on the field by a roar of boos from the Lassiter student section. Very lively crowd here on homecoming. We're both, of course, decked out. You got your old homecoming, T-shirt with the L print, and, of course, I got my senior year hoodie with the last name marked Newsom. So the school spirit is here even with the booth, and we're just about ready to get things rolling regarding the action. But yeah, anything else you wanted to add regarding, Colin's, keys to the game tonight?
It's going to be a tough, gritty game, a big rivalry game. They're always going to be a fight, and in no sort of way do you have to let up. You just got to keep gritting and keep going through it. It's going to be a tough game, and it's going to be fun to watch.
And we can't wait to bring it to you guys. We're going to take a short break here from the Frank. We'll come back right before the guys decide to tear through the tunnel, and we'll catch up with you guys, about 60, 90 seconds or so. So, yeah, stay tuned, and we'll turn up the natural sound in the meantime. Of course, Colin tonight will have us updated with some of the scores around the region. Of course, a note is no Sprayberry in action tonight. And who was the other team that was currently on the bye?
Let's look. I believe it is Roswell.
So, no Hornets, no Yellow Jackets. Bees must be buzzing around. But we'll be right back from the Frank. We'll see you guys in about 60 seconds.
Thank you for your cooperation. It's most of good sportsmanship at tonight's event.
Welcome back from the Frank here on a beautiful Friday, October evening, breaking down the starting 11 on the offensive side, at least for now, regarding your Lassiter Trojans of, starting at quarterback, the junior, number 12, Levi Muntz, with Kevin Taylor, the sophomore running back, number 21, Renan Kelly, Shaw Nixon, and a plethora of others at the wide receiver unit, along with Griffin Mack at the tight end, starting line, including J.P. Benson, Noah O'Neill, Marcus Schlenk, Derek Stutz, and Walker Boswell. So pretty much the similar lineups to what you've heard for most of the fall so far. And then, before you chime in, breaking down the defensive side of the ball, of course, you got the Ironman Shaw Mixon starting on the other side in the DB secondary, along with Sabian Thigpen, Hurston Harrison, and Wyatt Mikesell. Linebacker unit, you got the senior Will Davidson, along with Bryce Parker, Zach Dyer, and once again another Ironman and Noah O'Neill. Griffin Mack, the very vulnerable, athletic Ironman on the line, plays tight end, indie line, a combination you don't see a lot of. You'll see again tonight, along with Victor Escuela and Kevin Taylor. So 5 or 6 Ironmen here on the Lassiter front 11, starting lineup wise. And yeah, any thoughts on
Yeah, in regards to that receiver group, they're gonna rotate a lot. They love to utilize depth, and they do have a lot of it, and they love to give their guys rest. I mean, especially with Shaw Mixon, he's gonna play every snap of this ball game, and he's gonna want to come in once or twice to get some water, and that they're gonna utilize the depth that they have in the rotations, because the coaches know, and they go through that playbook so many times that they will rep it in their heads. No matter what level you're on, you will know the plays.
As the Pope Greyhounds come along the far sideline, and here as well, the Lassiter Trojans on the near side. That's a great shot. Getting both of them walking in at the same time from their respective pregame tapes.
And you can hear the noise. You know exactly how much this means to each and every fan here. It is a huge game, huge region game.
Our last 2 home games of the year are both great rivalries.
Absolutely.
And we're ready just to kick the first one off. Coach Tome and his guys on their respective sidelines. As the Pope special teams is actually first out to the field tonight. It's a little interesting. Gamesmanship. But we are ready from the Frank. And as soon as our cameras decide that they want to show the action, we'll let you guys know.
I do like the decision, though, from Tom. Kick the ball, let your defense start, punch them in the mouth, get the ball back, go down and score. That's what you want.
Pre-kickoff shout-out here to the baseball fans of the world. During the ALCS today, it's Game 5 between the Astros and the Rangers. I was ironically watching that before I headed over here. Nathaniel Lowe, first baseman for the Texas Rangers, hit a solo home run in the 5th or 6th inning to tie the game. Graduated from Pope High School. So he did that for his Greyhounds this evening. Hopefully we cancel it out with the Trojan victory, as the kickoff is fielded by the Greyhounds up along the left hash, and is a positive net return about to the 27 or 28 yard line, where the Greyhounds will go to work.
Yep, we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm excited to see what they pull out offensively. You know, this defense needs to make a stop, and I'd like to send a blitz here if I was the defense.
Get them on their toes early. Pope sideline making a bunch of noise. It looks like they're in a breast cancer awareness pink out. Lassiter sideline doesn't look like as much of a theme, more of just the natural dressing up of homecoming. But yeah, Pope will go to work from their own 27. In the meantime, before our cameras come to action, we'll give you guys a radio-style broadcast to keep you guys up to date with everything. Tight end in the motion for the Greyhounds. A handoff up the gut to the running back, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage.
That was a great tackle right there. You know, pushing the gap. Bryce Parker made an immediate read and just went right in.
So that was a great start.
It's just a great way to hit the hole, you know. As a linebacker, you're taught, you know, to read, and then as soon as you see it, go. And that's exactly what he did. It was a nice tackle.
So it's currently 2nd down and 9. First play from scrimmage for the Greyhounds was a positive one for the Trojan front 7. Looks like a little read option here. A quarterback keeper. He's going to try to get to the left sideline, and he's able to evade about a tackle or two and has ran out of bounds a couple yards in front of the 6. That is number 4, John Stutzer. Looks like made more of an end around, as he is listed as a wide receiver, the junior.
Yep, no, it was a great end around. You know, it was just it looked like a wildcat formation, and then they just snapped the ball and had the running back at a lead block. And you know, defensively, you gotta hit that edge. You gotta stay there and be contained, man, so that he doesn't get there. But he did, and you know, he got the edge, and he got a good gain.
So 3rd down and short here. Lassiter trying to make sure they don't jump off sides. Handoff up the hole. Did he get to the sticks? It's going to be a very close one. It's going to depend on the spot of the chain gang. And it looks like they're signaling for a 1st down. I'm not so sure about that one.
Yeah, it looked a little short. It looked like his knee was down before the ball passed the 1st down marker, but can't argue with the refs right now.
Not this early in the broadcast. Or, I guess I should say, in the matter of action. We can't do anything about it.
Yep.
Home of the Lassiter Trojans, though. Of course, you know who we want to win. So Pope will go back to work 1st and 10. Roll out to the left side for their lefty quarterback. It's almost intercepted.
Yeah, that was a great break there by Kevin Taylor. You know, playing that strong safety route. You saw the out routes. You saw the sail route, and he broke right on it. But it was a good job by Griffin Mack, 19, pushing that tight end and the tackle, getting in the quarterback's face and making him throw early.
That would have been an electric start.
It would have.
We're used to seeing the other way around. So anything you can do to flip Mr. Moe to your sideline is a benefit. And you still have a chance to get off the field here early. 2nd down to 10. Bunch set for the Greyhounds, tight end to either side of the line. And they're going to counter it up the middle, and it's met. Sean Mixon wasn't there to make the tackle, but was first to celebrate along with his teammates.
And that's Harston Harrison. That's a great job by him coming down from the safety position on a safety blitz. And he just met that guy right in the hole. Looked like a counter to the left, and he just immediately hit him with force.
I want to hear this place get loud. 3rd down, and call it about 10 yards. Basically a form of an incompletion there. And it's trips to the left side for the Greyhounds. Quarterback 4-step drop, looking over the middle. It's going to be taken and going nowhere is the slot receiver. That's once again the man who was on the end around, John Stutzer. We'll see him on defense, so go ahead, get your quick water break. We'll see you right back out here for Levi and company.
Yep, and that was a great job by Sabian Thigpen. You know, on the corner, he beat him inside, but he stayed there, stayed on his hip pocket, made the tackle, along with Sean Mixon, forces the 4th down, and now we get the ball.
And so we'll be set up for the return here. And it'll be a rugby-style punt to the right side. The Greyhounds kicking it from right to left. And the Trojans deciding to smartly let it go. It will take a Greyhound roll, and Lassiter will be starting, it looks like, from about their own 17-yard line. So 83 yards of work ahead of Levi Mott and company. We'll see him on the other side of the break. It's the Greyhounds nothing, and the Lassiter offense is coming up next. Levi with a handoff. Excuse me, not a handoff. It's going to be a play-action rollout over towards Michael O'Brien, and it was dropped near the far sideline.
Just off the hands, a little high, but, as a receiver, you're told once your hands are on the ball, you better catch it. And, you make the mistake early in the game, don't let it get in your head. Like I said a couple weeks ago, flush it down the toilet and, reset. It's still second down and,
Reset for our buddy who's listening. No, he's probably not. He's still probably drying off his rack of clubs. Place is jumping here on the Lassiter sideline, trips to the right, and it's going to be looks like an inverted veer on the left side of the sticks for Levi Mont. He doesn't go very far. He'll bring up a similar situation to what Pope had earlier, a third down and about 9.5 to go.
And that was a great job by Nick Chow. He saw the read right in front of him, stuck with the running back, and made Levi go inside into where his guys are. That was just a good heads-up football play.
So Lassiter will break huddle here. Third down. We're waiting for our score bug to come to life. Everybody's a little rusty tonight. And the truck about 6 weeks off. You can see some of the first quarter jitters. And we hope to have them as soon as possible. But it's about third down and 12 for the Lassiter offense. Levi Rowland going to have to make a read. He chucks it into the sideline. A little over the reach of everybody. Maybe a little too excited there to let that ball go. And he goes over the head of Michael O'Brien out of bounds, out of harm's way. But it'll force a Trojan punt. Anything you saw there in that series of plays, if Lassiter were to do over again, it would have translated to better success?
I like the play call so far. The veer and the read option has worked in the past, and stick to what you got. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And, the Pope just made a great adjustment that drive, and it's still early in this game.
Not the greatest punt in the world, but it takes a Trojan bounce, and it's just going to keep on rolling downhill, and it trickled a good 20 yards and change from 138 to the other, and that is where the Greyhounds will take over, basically where their last drive ended.
Yep. We'll see. Pope's going into this with good field position, but the defenses look solid so far. Only one first down right now, and they've hit the holes, and they've had good coverage.
It's about limiting that backbreaker, which we've seen last. It seems like it bites them more at the end of the half than any other times of the game, where they try to get too conservative. They try to get too much about let's get them off the field as quick as possible, get it back to their offense, and that's where you see teams scamper for 65 yards into the end zone. Shout out to my neighbor, kind of the left of us. Everybody's packed out here on a Friday night. That's how you know it's a big game. So from the 39-yard line, the Greyhounds go to work. It's a handoff up the middle, and there might be a backbreaker right there. Splitting into the secondary, one man to beat. He's tiptoeing down the sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 5-yard line. What a run, and it's goal to go Greyhounds, just in an eyelash.
Yeah, just a great job by the tackle and the guard there, pushing out, making a hole, and, just a couple of missed tackles that, just led to that huge gain.
Wow. That is not what I had in mind. I hope we didn't jinx anything. We spoke about let's limit the backbreaker and very next play.
Yep. It's just about doing your job, doing your individual job. And, that time, Pope did their individual job and got a good gain out of it.
Quarterback once again in motion. They'll fake the end around. And they'll give it back up to the same guy, Lassiter, better set up for it this time, goal to go. And he'll get about 2 or 3 yards, but a late flag has been thrown.
And it looked like it was a bit of a face mask there on the tackle as he was going down.
There's the call. Let's see if you're correct. Yeah, face mask on the Trojan defense. And the Greyhounds will have it first and goal, half of where they were.
And, this is where the saying bend, don't break comes in. You bend, but do not break. Don't let them get in the end zone. Force them to 3 or force them to turn over the ball.
It's also, when you give up a penalty like that on first and goal, it doesn't really do much for you because it was already goal to go. It would have been worse if it was third down, but on the direct snap into the end zone goes John Stutzer. Once again, his name has been printed all over this bowl game in the first 4 minutes, and the Greyhounds strike first.
Yep, just the same play we saw just one drive ago. Just that wildcat formation, end around, just bit right up the seam and then got
Something
it.
that Lassiter has had trouble with the last couple of years is that Wildcat offense. And I think you can attest to that. Here's the hold. PAT on the way, and it is Money bonking off the right side of the Frank advertising. And that'll make it 7-0 Greyhounds. With 7:58 exactly remaining here in this opening quarter. We'll see how the boys respond when we come back from the Frank. Once again, 7-0 Pope, but very early in the contest.
Back turn for Lassiter, number 1, Michael Bryant.
Kickoff back from the Frank. That one is booted into the end zone. So we can assume that this guy played some soccer. He's got one great leg.
He's got a boot. Yeah, he nailed it top of the post there up earlier on that field on that extra point.
Drew Campbell would be proud.
Would he though?
I guess in that sense, no. But as a respect, kickers are people too, right?
They are, yes. And they have a tough job, and you can see it on every level. Missing kicks is not something that you should critique about at all.
No, especially at the high school level. Handoff up the side for a minimal gain. Lassiter offense has to get moving.
Yep, they're trying to get up the middle, trying to get the run game going, but Pope has done a really nice job in filling each gap and not letting them get anywhere. Letting them get upfield. You can't break tackles or get out and bounce it out.
So second down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. They're going to give it out on a screen pass here on the near side. Looks like that was intended for number 8. That's Mitch Seaman. Also has played some backup quarterback this year. Lassiter deciding to get him involved in other ways and use his athletic traits.
Yep, I like the end around, the old running back screen there. It was, a nice touch. You just got to get upfield, and as soon as you catch the ball, you got to get north and south. And he just tried to break a couple tackles and only got a little bit there.
These teams are playing chess with one another early, but they're throwing the same pieces. You're seeing the exact same play calls from either side. We'll see if we see some differing here on 3rd down and 7. For the Trojan offense. Levi rolling to the right, having to evade an edge rusher, and he's got 2 guys now in his vicinity. He's going to throw that one nowhere. The offense looks very dormant here through their first 6 plays.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's Levi rolled out, and he had pressure in his face immediately, and it looked like the play fell apart a little bit there. The guy had a corner on that backside there, and he was covered very nicely by the DB, and he had nowhere to throw it, so he had to throw it away.
So Stutzer is back once again on the punt return. He must be one of their top athletes. Where they're using him. There's a whistle.
Offsides.
I don't think it's going to matter too much. 4th and 2 into the 4th and
8. But with Tome behind the helm, especially in this field position, you saw it week 1 in the NFL. Dan Campbell, under his own 20, went for it. It could happen.
I think we'll leave that to Dan Campbell. Fair catch called by Stutzer, and he will take it at their own 42-yard line. So 6:20, we're a little under halfway through with this opening period from the Frank. 7-0 Greyhounds. Let's hope we have a bounce back drive and get a stop and get our chance, give our offense a chance to move the ball downfield. We'll be right back from the Frank. And, actually, no, we'll just keep it right here. We're breaking home right now.
And let's see how this defense responds. They let up a big play, but you can't let it get to your head. Make some stops. The game is still early. You can limit this offense.
Ironic timing there from the Pope sideline. And there's another handoff, and oh my. There goes Stutzer, one man to beat, and he is diving into the end zone for a Greyhound touchdown.
And we do have a flag back here. I would not be surprised. It is a holding penalty on the outside there, and it is. Yep.
And it is.
On the, it looked like Griffin Mack out there. There was a holding call. He was just holding him on the outside. That's how he was able to get the edge, and it's going to come all the way back. And that's a drive killer right there for any offense. You get a big play, you score in the end zone, and you got to come all the way back because of a holding call.
Long walk. So maybe that gets the drive out of their system. They score the touchdown. They think they're ready to get off the field, and all of a sudden you're back further than where you were.
Giving the defense back some life, and that's what you need. Fire them up. 7 points is nothing in this long game. Just make some stops.
Playing, back it up. That's funny. So we'll see what the offense does here instead. Do we ever get a chance on what the quarterback was?
It looks like they're rotating them between two. It looks like it's Cole Witt and Hudson DeLine.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like they have a righty and a lefty.
Looks like DeLine's in there right now.
We'll see what DeLine has delivered for us. We'll see if it's a run or a pass. It is indeed a run. We'll give it right back to the opposite side of the hash mark now. I believe that was Jaden Grimes. Or is it JT Way?
I believe it was JT Way. And he's looked good. He's run the ball with poise, and he's got some speed. As soon as he hits that outside, he's huffing and puffing.
See, just a public service announcement. Like, the Pope rosters were not the easiest to maintain and to get, so we apologize for any inconveniences, some mishaps with the names. Cullen and I are trying our best up here. We wish we could show you guys. We have the entire Max Preps depth chart printed out on our desk, but if there is a little bit of issue with finding players in between snaps, we will do our best to make sure we get them accurately. And there goes the quarterback on a keeper, and he's going to lower his shoulder and push his way forward for about a third down and medium.
And that was a good job by Griffin Mack, getting in his face immediately. It was a play-action call, and he got in his face. And then that was also a great job by Zach Dyer, making that tackle. He got low, and he exploded through and did not let him get any more than he could.
It's third down. About 7 to get for the Greyhounds. The camera is way too zoomed in. We'll see if we can fix that for our viewers. And so here's the snap. Going through his progressions, and he is wrapped up for a sack in the backfield.
There he is. Griffin Mack, just a great job getting off the block. A little bit of a swim move there, and DeLine could not do anything to get away from him. And he's a big boy, and he's got some speed, and he caught up to him quick.
Taken way down. And that'll bring up a fourth down punt opportunity.
Back receiving number 1, Michael O'Brien.
Return for Lassiter is none. The ball will dribble all the way back inside. We're on the 10-yard line.
52-yard punt. Last will start the first and 10. They're on 6-yard.
Lassiter offense back on their third series. Michael O'Brien getting a positive gain towards the coach sideline on first down. Offense looking for their first down of the evening. And that would be a big one to pick up and put that in the statistical category. And so a gain of 5 on the play to the second down. And there's the, looks like inside handoff once again. Right to Levi and here. And once again, you're behind the chains on a third down and medium.
Yep, you know what? You're still in good position here. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and get him to jump off sides, get another 5-yard penalty, but we'll see what happens.
Indeed will. Third down here. And not getting quite enough to the sticks. Levi.
I like the call, you know, QB sneaks right up the middle. He's got that size, and he's got surprising speed to get it up there, and he can drive his feet, and that's exactly what he did. He got the first down.
So now from their own 16-yard line on 1st and 10, it's the Trojans with 2:55 remaining here in this opening quarter. 7-0 Greyhounds our score, and they're going to give it on an end around. Not going anywhere. There is a late flag. The helmet has been popped off. Threw the ball right to the official. For a second, I thought the helmet was tossed to the official. Makes a little bit more sense. I want to say that was Aaron Daniels on the end around.
Looked like Collins Price, and it's going to go maybe a face mask call?
Either way, the chains are being used
yep.
There
it is, face mask.
And if there's a way to get you downfield, let the penalties help you. They helped you last drive. You gave up a touchdown. Ends up coming back. You did not get the stop. You hadn't been able to move the ball for the first down until 2 snaps previously. Keep moving the ball. And if you're on the negative side of the penalties, you're going to be in a lot better situation. So we'll see what Levi has here on first down. They're going to be a screen pass to the right side. It's deflected and intercepted by the Greyhounds. And a convoy into the end zone goes the lineman, number 79. Ironically, not in our play sheet. And that is a disaster.
I mean, it was just a great job by him, you know, getting his hands up and having the reaction to get his hands to the ball, and he caught it, and he, you know, used as much speed as he could to get in the end zone.
Number 79, the unnamed mystery hero. And if you're a Levi right now, how do you shake that off? Because that was in no way your fault.
Yeah, you know, you got to. It's just the thing that happens in football. The defender made a good play, and you know you can't do anything about it. You just gotta let it go down.
And things are not going quite the way we had in mind. 2:25 remaining here in this opening period. Send it to Cullen for a regional scoreboard update. Take it away, Mr. English.
Let's see. Right now, it looks like we have no score for Alpharetta and Johns Creek yet.
Wonder why?
Yeah, I don't know. They are a little difficult on max preps, but we'll get the score eventually. We will see here, though, how Lassiter responds. You know, you gotta just let it flush. Let's get a drive, get it going. A couple small plays here and there, you know, and it'll do wonders.
That's why we're team trouble here. 79 was not named. The man that just had a ball, pick 6. The score is not up to date with our one region action. Come on, Max Prep, what's going on? We gotta pick up the slack, and that's where huddle comes into play.
First and 10, 20 yards.
All right, if you're the Trojans, you got to go get points here. You have to.
Absolutely.
You don't want to let momentum get way too out of hand, which we've seen in other contests. I just don't know what it is about them having this favoring of liking to go down and take the scores early in the contest. It doesn't usually work out for you. You're back in that hole again tonight. Nothing you can do about it. But what you can do is cut it in half right now. We'll see what they end up doing with that. It's the same formation that they've been running a lot of the night. A rollout for Levi, and he's throwing that into triple coverage. Not quite sure what he was looking for there. Into a pack of Greyhounds, and it falls harmlessly and complete to Collins Price.
And it looked like a little sooner out. You got a hitch and you got a corner. Make the corner decide which one he was going to go to. And he made a great play. He sat with the hitch, made Levi look up towards Collins Price for the corner, and got his hands on the ball.
I want to talk about how quick this first quarter has gone. I have the game cast up for the Rangers-Astros game, and it is the exact same inning as it was when we kicked off. So it has been going very quickly here. Another pass deflected incomplete, intended for Collins Price. Getting a little happy there with his intentions, looking for that same number 7 over and over. Going to start spreading the ball around here.
Yeah, it looked like a little screen play there to Collins Price, just one step and come right back to the ball, but defenders made a good play on the line, and they were ready to rally at the corner free safety position.
Third down. 10 from the spot of the drive started. 136 ticks remaining here in this opening period. 14-0 Greyhounds is the current score. Motion to the right side from Lassiter. It's Levi and empty. And he's going to have to tuck it down and run. He's got a long way to go. Having to avoid some guys, and he is near the first down sticks. I wonder if they're going to give it to him.
Yep, it looks like they're going to give it to him, and it looks like another face mask. He ripped him down by the helmet, and it'll be a first down. It's a big run by Levi, seeing he has nothing going for him, goes right up the middle and up to the left side and gets the first down, even without the face mask on.
And if I'm Coach Tom here, I might be more willing to open up the playbook. You kind of see what you've had in these screen passes, and you try these inverted veers and these inside runs. You're not going there. I wonder if you're Coach Tom, you're seeing yourself down 14-0 on the scoreboard, and you're saying, you know what, let's start airing it out a little bit. Let's start going 5 yards downfield.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a shot here. They've been setting up these screens all day. I wouldn't be surprised if they try double pass or a fake screen and go. And
the Danny Curran Colin English special.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
How often do you guys practice that one?
Oh, every week.
Gotcha. Looks like, here we are with the double pass. Harrison trying to get it away, and he's not going to quite get there.
Just bottled up. Defenders made a great play. He was in coverage, and the lineman got to him before he could try and get it off. And I didn't mean to jinx it, but they tried it, and it just wasn't there.
How many times have we done that already tonight?
I don't know.
Where we've said about one thing and it ends up happening, but it doesn't go our way. So, for the sake of our luck, let's fumble the ball right here.
I don't know if you should say that.
They're going to score in 2. They're going to score before the end of the period now. Watch. Well, we're testing how far our luck can go. Levi having to evade some pressure here on second down again. Looking to the near sideline. It's caught in some space inside the 30. Finally dragged down. Here we go, Mr. English.
There we go. That was a great job by Brennan Kelly on a comeback route. Hit it and saw that he had inside room to go, and he made a break and he got the first down. It was a great job by Brennan Kelly.
Of course, the son of the Lassiter Trojan athletic director, Coach Scott Kelly. We hope that he is listening tonight. I'm sure he is, whether he's here in person or via the broadcast. Great catch by your son. Here is a handoff straight to Levi, and now you're starting to see they're starting to use that empty formation and push their way forward for forward progress.
Yep, they're using a hurry-up huddle right now. It was a nice QB draw right in the middle. Got a good 7 yards on that play.
Here we are from empty once again. You got Griffin Mack on the right side of the line. Looks like Levi might be trying to get him to jump off. Collins Price looking right back at the sideline. 2 wide to each side. Of course, Griffin Mack out for the pass as well. It's deflected and caught, and he's on his feet into the end zone.
Yes, absolutely. That was a great job by Brennan Kelly. He ran the hitch route and blocked for Collins Price, and Collins Price caught the hitch in the inside, turned to the outside, let Brennan block him, and just be his barrier. And it's a touchdown.
And what did we say? I called it. We said we would score before the end of the period. We are in complete control of this ball game, it seems. And Lassiter with a chance to cut the lead right in half right here.
Yep, and this freshman has been electric all season for them.
Whoa, that was a line drive. PAT, look out down below. It is good, but that was a bullet off the leg.
Yep, great bounce back there, and the crowd's really feeling it. You can feel the energy. This game ain't over by a long shot.
Oh no, but you gotta go get a stop. Don't let them go right back and answer.
Absolutely, let that momentum feed to the defense. Get some big plays, get a sack, maybe force a turnover here. Get the ball back.
You got to give a shout out to our quarterback there, Levi Munt. We talked about it. He came off a very hard outcome, a tipped pass interception that ends up turning into a pick six. I asked you how he's going to shake it off, and he pretty much came out and did exactly that. They started opening up the playbook for them, realizing that the screens were not going far enough for them to make any progress down the field. You see them open up the playbook. They stop targeting Collins Price every play, regardless of him getting in the end zone there. And bam, Lassiter is on the scoreboard.
Yep, I love it. Especially after that face mask call, you get the momentum, you get what you want. And Levi just made a bunch of great passes in some great lanes and scored.
Kickoff is a low liner. So to compare our kickers, on their sideline, you got someone who's got power and accuracy. He can put that thing on the money about wherever. But our guy might have further distance on him, but it's a low lining boomer.
Yeah, you know what? If it works, it works.
It does.
he made the extra point, and he got the kick into the end zone. So
I believe it's Rolly Scott, the kicker, or is it Justin Capaludo?
Looks like it's. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Tyler Arman?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, they.
I hope I didn't butcher that.
I think they had a kicker change mid-season. I mean, granted, there's been a couple of games since we've been on the air, so some things we don't know of, but that could be one of them. Oh my goodness, almost intercepted.
Yep, and there he is, Griffin back. He made a great job keeping the outside contained, and it looked like that was Witt in there at QB. He just threw a nice running back screen that, could have gone, but Griffin did his job, got to the outside, and made a great tackle.
Cole Witt, the lefty, and it looks like they're just going to let him go to the end of the period. There is a second on the scoreboard. Hope's deciding not to use it.
That's the end of the first quarter with your score.
Guess we can't blame them. But what an opening period. A lot of fireworks on either side. You can tell this is a cold homecoming rivalry Friday night from the Frank. We're just getting started. It's 14-7 Greyhounds, but 45 minutes of action, 36 minutes of action remaining here in this contest. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on the other side from the Frank.
The last boys dropped into the 1-6-8 championship in the past week for their second consecutive title. Those things are back-to-back championship seasons, 18-2 overall record, were region champions and finished fourth in the nation, number one in Georgia, according to Greyhounds. The boys scored 61 goals, allowed 15, including 8 shutouts. This is Lassiter's third championship for the boys and 10th overall in the soccer program. Congratulations to the 2023 Lassiter Boys Soccer Team.
Back from the Frank here to start our second quarter of action. Second down. Pope now working the same way that Lassiter just scored, and it's going to be a handoff. There goes that man again to the outside, and he's not going to get anywhere near the sticks, but a horse collar flag, I think, comes out.
Yeah, but that's Sabian Figment tracking down. It looked like he got a little bit of the helmet or a little bit of the horse collar there, and just it's unfortunate. But you know what? It's not over. The drive isn't over.
No.
You can bounce back.
I think you'd rather do that and let him know you can sit him down without just letting him walk to the house again.
Yep, and I mean it was a great job by Pope's offensive line, just giving him that hole to go, and it was just a better play by Sabian. Just unfortunate mistake, and it's football. It happens. It's a fast game, and you just got to bounce back from it.
An update down in Arlington, Texas as well. To end the 8th inning for the Texas Rangers, the Pope High School graduate Nathaniel Lowe struck out with the bases loaded. So we'll see what fortitude that turns into for his alma mater tonight. as the Rangers are currently in hot water trying to close out Game 5. I love playoff baseball. What about you?
It's a great environment. It really is. It's so unique to every other sport, even though, you got basketball with the 7-game series. It's so critical. Every game is a fight.
Completely as it does a 180 from what it was in the regular season.
Absolutely.
Like, of course, our team went home early this year, but still love watching it regardless. Witt stepping up in the pocket and getting drilled by, once again, Griffin Mack, and he's there to let his sideline know about it.
And let's give credit to these defensive backs over here. I mean, Sabian Thigpen, Taylor over here, they made great plays. You know, it looked like another shooting route. It was a hitch in a corner, and they made sure that the quarterback could not get the ball off over there and gave time for Griffin Mack and others to get to the quarterback and get a sack there.
Witt had plenty of time to go through progressions there and maybe even had a chance to step up before scrambling. And the DBs bought enough time for Griffin Mack to come screaming in off the edge to bring him down for a crucial 3rd down and about 13 here. We'll see what Witt does. High snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Just wrap up, which the Trojans do. Don't see any yellow paper on the field. I think that signals a Pope Greyhound punt.
It looks like 3rd down.
What? I could have sworn. Okay, so the chain must have been wrong because I could have sworn it said 3. This literal play before this.
You may be right. I don't know.
Well, granted, we don't have our scoreboard up here, so we don't have the score board on our down and distance, so I'm having to rely way down on the other sideline. Good distance from here. Cole Witt over the middle. It's intercepted, and it looks like it was ripped away by the Greyhounds. Oh my goodness! That was a batted ball into the lap of a Greyhound.
And it looked like it just bounced off of Shaw Mixon there. Unfortunate, but, looks like...
Oh, my goodness.
Alex Tushabe made a great play off the bounce there. Just made a great run.
3-run ball. Wow. Rangers blew another save. That game's over. I just can't believe that. 1 second it looks like an interception. A second later we're talking about a big play for the Greyhounds. And you got to bounce back here to the outside with some space. Looks like kind of ran himself off the sideline there. That is Junior. So they got a couple 11th grade athletes that they're just getting the ball out in space and continually letting them move the ball down the field.
Yeah, but they're making big plays. And, if those are the guys that are going to make the plays, you give them the ball.
And Pope will call their first time out of the half at the 9:48 mark. Maybe a little bit of regrouping to do. I know they are moving the ball right now, but you're seeing a little bit of danger that Witt is putting the ball into the harm's way of the last of the DBs. So we're lucky that he's stealing the ball right now. So they're taking a quick break. We'll take it with them. We'll regroup here from the Frank. Trojans down a touchdown. 9:48 remaining here in the opening half. Second down and about 5 for the Greyhounds. Still going under shotgun. Haven't seen a lot of under center from either team tonight. And they're going to give this one off the right hash up towards the first down sticks. It might have been John Stutzer once again.
Yeah, but they really are liking that wildcat formation, and that offensive line is making a good hole. And you got JT Wade leading the way for the quarterback run.
It's 3rd down and 2, maybe a little bit of a favorable spot here for Lassiter. It looks like he's got it closer than that. have a chance to get off the field here now. We know they have the kicker. They might be in distance, but at least find a way to get them off the field and slow it down. We'll see what happens. Rollout to the right side, and all types of space walking into the end zone. I don't see any flags.
Oh, it looks like there's one on the far side there. Maybe a holding call on Griffin Mack. Let's see. It was a good end around play there, but I think it's coming back.
My luck. I look down just to announce it's Hudson DeLine with the touchdown. And in that same second span, the flag comes up.
And there it is, the holding call. Just a great job by Griffin Mack, making the offensive lineman make the mistake there to get on the ball, back it up.
But I don't know what it is. Anytime I look away, for just a split second to get our numbers out to the people, the thing I say happens doesn't happen. We're just literal jinxes up here tonight.
Yep. No,
It worked out in our favor that time, but they're going to take a second time out. We'll stay here. But just talk about a huge momentum swing. That's now 2 touchdowns that have been called back for Pope.
And you wonder there if they still had that third down there and the quarterback didn't make it to the first down, are they in field goal position and are they now out of it? You know, if they can't get any yards here, do you wonder if they try and kick it or do they try and punt it and pin them down into the 10 there?
Soon find out.
But, I mean, you can tell everybody here hates each other from the opposite side. It's such a bitter rivalry, and every single one of these games, no matter what the standings are, no matter what the records are, they're always fights.
Here's the thing. Tomorrow we'll all be out having breakfast like it's nothing. But tonight is the night we want to get at each other's throat. I'm sure we've had situations like that where you're now an opponent later in the year or during the week or whatever, but on this night, no, we have nothing to do with it. See if Lassiter can make up for their wounds here on third down once again. It's going to be a screen pass and it's deflected and complete. Big leaving hit.
And that's Bryce Parker there. That's a great job by Hannah. Great reaction and a great job by the defensive lineman understanding and recognizing screen. And they made a great play there. It's an incomplete pass, and we'll see what Pope does here.
Looks like they are lining up for the attempt, maybe the kicker. I believe it is Match Lago. And this is about a 44-yard attempt. Nothing
51.
from high school.
Oh, blocked! Ball is live! Trojans can't pounce on it. It is going to be down, but it will be Trojan possession on the other side. That was a great job. Everybody blitzed a gap, and they got to the ball. It's a block kick, and the Trojans get excellent field position there on the Greyhounds' 35-yard line. And let's get this offense rolling. Let's get it going.
Listen to this crowd.
They are roaring.
Had to take one from Chip Carey there. Had to take one from the great Chip Carey.
An absolute momentum changer there. An absolute killer for Pope. And this offense is now coming out fired up. Fired up.
Crazy. All right, let's go punch it in, guys. Let's tie this game. Levi out there rocking the long sleeves on either side, drippy with the black. He looks ready to tie this game up. Trips to the left. Levi having to step up in the pocket. Not a lot of room, and he's going to get sacked for minimal loss, but one at that.
Just corralled there by the defensive lineman, and looks like he just took a bow there.
Emoted on it.
I'm surprised it wasn't a flag there, but they've started to let the players celebrate a little bit after the plays.
I'm sure referees are kind of know before game if there's history between teams, if it's a rivalry or not. Because, for example, if this was Dalton out here, you might not see as much of the chippiness as there is with the Greyhounds. But it's good to let the kids play. I don't think there was any harm intention there. Griffin Mack in motion here on the left side. The Trojans are going to hand this one up on the left hash, and he's breaking a tackle, trying to create some space. and getting towards the left sideline for a couple of yards. He's going to be winded down in bounds. That is
looks like Kevin Taylor there, and he just made a great play, breaking a bunch of tackles and getting as much yards as he can, you know, and he was in a bad position there and met some guys behind the line of scrimmage and still managed to get 5 out of it.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 7 to go here. Now Lassiter's in a spot where you get positive yardage. You might be able to go for it on 4th down yourself. We'll see what happens. Levi looking left now, moving to the right, having to fire it downfield, and it's going to be out of bounds, intended for Collins Price. Clearly his favorite target on the night.
And it looks like we're going to get another penalty for us. Looks like a late hit there on Levi. Yep, and you know, it's very fortunate that they got that late hit there. It looks like a little bit of a broken play, and that penalty helps out a lot. It's a 1st down in the red zone for the Trojans in scoring territory.
So Levi breaking down the play before the snap. You see him talking to Kevin. You see him talking to Michael. You see him talking to Shaw and Collins, making sure everybody knows their assignment. There was some miscommunication on that last 3rd down. Some players were lined up incorrectly. You see what they do here on this 1st down. It's going to be a handoff once again to Kevin. Another flag down. It might have been a little bit of unnecessary roughness. Targeted to Griffin Mack.
Yeah, we'll see what it is. He looked like he just ripped the helmet off of Griffin Mack, and you know, they're getting a little scrappy out there.
Yeah, they're starting to get there. A little early for that, guy. Still got a quarter and 2.5 quarters remaining in this game. It's not going to chip you yet. Leave that for the 2nd half.
I'm interested to see what this call is, though.
Griffin Mack is going to have to sit out of play because of the helmet popping off.
Looks like it's going to go against the Trojans. Maybe a hold.
Back there.
I wouldn't be surprised here if they try and do a QB draw or they try and do a little screen action. I don't think you take a shot here yet.
No, not that 2nd down.
Try and get some yards here.
So 2nd down and long here from behind the sticks. Closer to 2nd down and 20. And it's a drop snap, but it is a QB run. Levi not getting a lot of room there. That drop snap cost him many opportunities to move the ball down the field.
You know, it could have been an end around, and it looked like on this right side, Taylor had lots of running room here. But you know, sometimes that stuff happens, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised here if they try and do try and get him off sides, try and get some more yards here.
3rd down and 18. There is the pre-snap shot like you predicted. Hope staying on the one side, but it wasn't the right idea. Levi reevaluating the situation, 10 on the play clock. Down to 6 on the play clock. He's an empty, 2 wide to each side. Now looking up over the middle, and it's almost intercepted.
Just a great break by there. The linebacker there, staying in front of Mitch Seaman, it looks like, and making a good play there.
Does Lassiter have the range here for a kick? If they get to it. 3rd down, you'd like to get some yards here to at least ensure it. But you saw what happened on the other side. Attempting a walk here.
Yep, don't be surprised here if you see some sail routes or a curl flat action here. Look for the wheels. I wouldn't be surprised.
Crowd trying to cheer this offense on. 3rd down and 17. Levi looking to the left, and it looks like a pre-snap timeout call by Coach Tome. I like the call.
Talk it over. Make sure everybody knows their assignments.
You hear it, you know, to not give away too much, we hear the coordinators behind us. There is some miscommunication between the players on the field and between their calls. And I think Coach Tome is just going to take this time to to try to reevaluate the situation, try to get everybody locked in. You see some heads down on the sideline. No reason for that. You're right in this game. One play away from the tie.
Yeah, and you know, everybody here knows that this game isn't over, and you just want to make sure here offensively, you know your assignment. You know they got the play that they want. They're just telling everybody what to do in that huddle there, and it's just lots of words of encouragement, especially in these situations from the coaches, just telling you what you're doing, double checking, triple checking, whether you like it or not. You know.
Yeah.
But they want to just make sure that this play is successful.
Game on the line down in Texas. After the outside, Raiders put the first two on the year. Those two Lassiter strikes. Here's Levi on third down. Looking over the middle. He's got a man inside the seam. First down goal for the Trojans.
Yeah, just a great seam route there by Kevin Taylor, getting underneath the linebacker right in front of the safety. It's also a great ball there in coverage by Levi. Just an absolute fantastic play there from the Trojans.
Lassiter now with a great spot to center up. That's what he called the timeout. He put the play call he wanted. They executed perfectly. Goal to go.
Yep.
Michael O'Brien in some late substitution. Stay on the sideline.
We got Mitch Sheehan in the backfield. Don't be surprised if they try and do some trickery here.
We'll see. Motion to the left. Levi hands it up the middle. Right to Mitch.
Right up that right side. Just a nice little handoff there, and the defensive line on the Greyhounds rallying around Mitch, making a great tackle.
Second goal. Uh-oh! Bad snap. Got to get on it. Levi does.
Just unfortunate there. And, especially in those situations, it's tough to have those, but you just got to take the pill and you got to swallow it. And, keep going. You're still in scoring position here. There's no reason to get down on yourself. Let's just make a play. Make a play.
Exactly. So the Astros doing it surviving. They strand two. Home run from the Mr. October of this generation. Jose Altuve has the Astros going back home. We're one away from another World Series appearance. That's amazing. Back to our action. Levi looking over the middle. Got a man wide open. Touchdown Trojans.
Just wide open. It looked like a double move there. And Michael O'Brien just made a great play. Levi saw it, threw the ball when he could. And it's another Trojan touchdown. 13 points unanswered. Let's make it 14.
I've called more touchdowns this game than I've called the entirety of last season. Love it. More of it. It's fun. PAT from Tyler Orman. And it is up and blocked right off the scoreboard.
And that 14 points unanswered is huge. Shows you how determined this team is to win. They have a lot riding on this game, and playoffs in mind.
We're talking playoffs.
We're talking playoffs, and that's a huge step for the Trojans.
And that is exactly what you want to see. Now keep that momentum on your sideline. Go get another stop and give yourselves an opportunity to get the ball back before half.
And you know what? You love to see the just balance between the underclassmen and the upperclassmen. It's unbelievable. I mean, you got Kevin Taylor, you got Colin Price catching balls and getting good plays, and then you got guys like Michael O'Brien and Shaw and Griffin Mack making plays on the other end when they need it.
Got to kick things right back off here. We thought the first quarter was fireworks. Man, this one has been just as good. Kickoff from the 40 is booted down to about the 15, and it's bumped. That ball is live. Hope gets on it. Go get him down there at the sideline. And he finally walks around and then snarled on the 13-yard line.
And you know what? Those kicks have been real lucky, and it just job by Simeon Thigpen.
Yes, and look how hyped up Gavin Rose is as well in the replay. He knows this crowd is into it. They're behind them. And you could feel that impact on the kickoff.
Absolutely.
That's
Great
something
momentum
that
there.
Hope wasn't allowed to do. Now their sideline, of course, trying to chime back in. Wayside up the flank. Pretty packed out for them too. Granted, only a short distance away, but I kind of like it when there's more away fans on the side. It gives you more feel of a rivalry. We got both sides. Handoff from the Greyhounds.
Number 1, JT Way on the run.
That's JT Way right up the middle there. It was a great job by the offensive lineman. They had a huge seam right up the middle there on that right side. Got a good nine.
Second down and 1-6. Short distance for the Greyhounds here as we take 4.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. We've got a tie ball game at 14 apiece. Between these two rivals. Motion from the tight end. They're going to give it back to the same side. And I don't think he quite got to the first down on Lubitz.
That's
a good job by Reed Ashmore, making the tackle there and not letting him get any more yards. And I don't know if you've seen recently, but it looks like they got Shavian Thickman kind of tied to Stutzer. You know,
a wide receiver spy.
Yep. And that's
Might
what
as
you
well.
do. Get your best guy on their best guy and make him make a play.
Hopefully Sabian is the one that does. Third down, trying to meet him in the backfield. I think he got enough for the first down, but
Just got right through the back there. You know, just a good job by JT Way. And, you know, he's a little guy. You got the guys like Darren Sproles out there, you know, moving around. Yeah, absolutely. They make those little plays and they can get into those gaps. And they're speedy guys.
2.5 minutes here. Who has joined us this evening. On the sleep now, the quarterback not going anywhere.
Yeah, we got it.
Looks like that was the other quarterback. Hudson, the line.
You know what? Give credit there to Will Davidson. You know, he missed the tackle, but he got the contact on it, and his other teammates rallied around him and made the tackle. Behind or about at the line of scrimmage there?
Something of that sort. So it's a counter, and they're going to throw it over the middle, and a missed tackle. Uh-oh, he's got some space. All the way to the end zone. Lassiter subs on the fury. It is a touchdown for the Greyhounds. Momentum back on the sideline. Same with the lead. And that was Ethan Brigham, the senior, for the house call. Here's that. Back there, talking about the game. Lassiter allows another one right there. There goes the tie.
Yeah, but you know, he just got inside leverage. You know, as a corner, you got a lone guy out there. He's alone. He's way outside. You're taught he's going to go inside. And that's exactly what he did. Ran a slant, and he just wasn't there to make it. He tried to collapse down on him and just missed him.
PAT is up and obviously good. Almost hit to the Trojan house. On the Evergreens, that was trying to make the first one we saw all night. But the unfortunate news is it does put the Greyhounds back up here with 100 seconds remaining here in this opening half. We'll see what the last offense does to respond if they just try to go back and get 3 of their own. And Lassiter does get the ball back to start the half, so I think even if you go get the 3 here, you'll live with it.
Yep.
You'd like to go answer back with a full touchdown.
Yeah, you want something positive out of this half. You know, even if it's not points, just something positive. Getting down, going down, and making a drive.
Make sure this is the last possession. Don't let them touch the ball until the second half. You don't want them to see the ball for 45 minutes. Let's see what happens here. Michael Ryan back to return. His name was quiet until that touchdown. He kind of tiptoed right through that secondary. Got his feet in and tied the game. Let's see if he's got another one in him. Kickoff for the 40 was a line drive. Look out to all the kids down there. That was an obvious touchdown.
He's got a point. He almost put that in the other.
Yeah.
It was there.
That one was almost towards the A. Kind of skipped.
You got wind on your side.
I used to go to the college football kickoff games every year, and it would always be an SEC and an ACC championship. They always had the kickers. There was a couple of years, I think it was Auburn a little bit ago, but so there was a couple of kickoffs that went to the goalpost, quote field goals, and that was interesting to learn. I'm like, oh, he doesn't count the field goals. That means he got one great leg. And off to start the drive for the Trojans was to the outside back to the cement. Couldn't quite get to the edge. And go back to once again, it seems like these teams are just using the same chess pieces against one another.
And you know what? As you've seen on that defensive side, it's been Luke Neighbors all night long. He's just been just making plays, getting past the linemen, and you can just see the speed there, wrapping up low and making a good tackle on the line of scrimmage.
So we got a minute, about 5 seconds remaining here before the snap. 14 on the play clock for Levi. They're looking to screen pass it out to Mitch. He's barely able to maintain possession. Don't lose the ball. He doesn't.
It looked like they were trying to run a little fox play there. You know, the fake screen and have Michael O'Brien run that seam right down the sideline, but they had it covered, and you know, Mitch Seaman caught the ball and made a couple great blocks and took advantage of it and tried to get as much yards as he can. But I would expect another lightning call here and a decently third and medium here.
We have 20 seconds to go. It looks like this is going to be the last play and a half. The way things are going. 16 seconds now. Levi looking to the right, avoiding a sack. He's going to keep it. He's going to be short of the sticks. I wonder if you see that play in the last one now. I don't think he will. Do it for the first half. Waiting for the official signal. There it is. What a half it was. Trojans down touchdown in the half. It's really for the Greyhounds, but right in this game. Oh, the Trojans. They got some work to do in the second half. Let's have a good first possession. Let's have a good second half play. And let's take this W here on Friday night. The students want it. You're here at T4. Any last comments? What you want to see and what you liked from what you saw in the first half?
As expected, it's a battle. You know, each defense has been hitting their shots, and then their offense is starting to catch their swag. You know, and it's just the big plays that are killing it for the Trojans defense. You know, just a couple of those have. If they're limited, you know, this game is a lot closer than like how you want it to be. You know, Trojans may have the lead there, but you know, it's just about making those big plays. And you know, you can see the Trojans were driving down the field, and you kind of need more of that. You know, you need more of those check down plays. You need more of the little screen plays. You know, go back to what was working, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, yeah, that'll do it for the first half, guys. We'll see you guys in about 20 minutes. We would act like there's a huge halftime show to deliver, but only one score of action, and Max Brex is probably not allowing us that information. So we'll see what happens when we come back from the break. Once again, it is 21-14 Greyhounds. You guys stick around. We'll turn up the natural sound. You guys can see the sights of the marching band. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the other side of the halftime break. Trojans down a touchdown. They get the ball to start the second half. We'll hope they start off on the right foot and tie this game right up. We'll see you guys in about 15-20 minutes or so. So stick around on the other broadcast.
Now, the softball class. First is Reed Parker. That's by Reed National. Reed is the daughter of Susie Parker. Her favorite teacher is Mrs. Day. Reed is the son of Gregory and Ashmore. His favorite teacher is Mr. Minnie. Next up is Susie Barrett. That's by Silk. Lucy is the daughter of Karen and Jason Barrett. Her favorite teacher is Mrs. Moses. Ethan is the son of Susie and Jeremy Silver, and his favorite teacher is Mrs. Tuck. Finally, the sophomore is Rick. That's by Rick. Campbell is the daughter of Ashley and Mark Gray. Her favorite teacher is Mrs. Gallup. Will is the son of Ellie and Greg Griffiths. His favorite teacher is Mr. Mitch. And now the junior class. First for our juniors is Lily Harkey. That's by Robbie Scott. Lily is the daughter of September and Zach Harkey. Her favorite teacher is Mrs. Robbie. Raleigh is the son of Rebecca and Jeff Scott. His favorite teacher is Coach Kenny. Also representing the junior class is Michael Bowling. That's by Nathan. By the daughter of Patrick Bowling. Her favorite teacher is Coach Sanchez. Nathan is the son of Lauren and Eric Whitman. His favorite teachers are Mr. Mitch and Mr. Pete. Next to the junior Jesse Griselda. That's by Sadie Manning. Jesse is the daughter of Mickey and Brad Griselda. Her favorite teacher is Mrs. Sadie is the son of Danny Green and Hank Manning. His favorite teacher is Mrs. Dick. Finally, the junior is Marley Wachowski, escorted by Jason Bush. Marley is the daughter of Stacey Burke and Anna Wachowski. Her favorite teacher is Doc Brown. Jason is the son of Lassiter and Thomas Bush. His favorite teacher is Coach Max. Also the son of Lake Navy Couple. We'd be extraordinarily proud to see her son in the field tonight. Aaron is the senior class president. The school mascot plays the viola orchestra company and is a rhythm dance. He enjoys dancing, working on top, and hanging out with friends as much as possible. Aaron also attended the University of Georgia and plays astrophysics with a minor in for dance. His favorite teacher is Mr. Martin. Following is Lulu Bella. Escorted by Adon Bella and Adim Tessamaria. Lulu is the Mr. Class president, the co-founder and secretary of the VHS and VHS. Source of Restraint, Art Service Club, and Mock Trial. She's also a girl talker and Bible study teacher. She joins reading, art, music, riding, swimming, hanging out with friends. Lulu, Lexington, and in-state college. Her favorite teacher is Miss O'Line. Next is In the New Duty. As supported by Elena and Brad. And is a member of varsity basketball team at NHS. Plans to major in business at the University of Georgia. His favorite teacher is Coach Kirby.
Would you like me to do headbutt?
Following Andy is Cameron Reason. As supported by Claire and Dave Reason. Cameron is on the track cross-country team. She loves to run and spend time with family. Cameron plans to go to college study architecture. Cameron is a teacher of business gallery.
That's what you said.
And next is Ryan Lewis. As supported by Captain Will Roberts. Ryan Lewis is a master basketball coach. He also likes to play golf and piano. Ryan is a major in mechanical engineering with a minor in music. His favorite teacher is Mrs. House. Next teacher is Lassiter Reed. As supported by Juan Gomez. Tonight is a member of the DSA. Tonight is writing, drawing, and hanging out with friends. She plans to study architecture at South University. Her favorite teacher is Mrs. Sam. Next up is Hannah Lagos. That's supported by Claudia. Hannah is a member of the NHS. Trojans. Lassiter, and president of the band. He enjoys video games and helping out his church. He studies computer science at the University of Georgia and is a member of the Georgia Red Marching Band. Next teacher is Mr. Deptep. Next is Ruth Hall. That's my Canadian Mike Hall. Brooke is a member of Sources of Street and a National Honor Society. She's a four-year letterman in the Lassiter softball team and two-time state champion. Brooke enjoys playing softball, hanging out with friends, and working out. Brooke is committed to Lassiter College in 64. After college, she attends therapy school to become a physical therapist. Brooke's favorite teacher was the Brown. And finally, this is Brennan Kelly. That's supported by Coach Scott. Brennan plays ball and basketball, baseball for Lassiter. He enjoys watching football as well. Brennan hopes to go to college and become a weatherman. Brennan's favorite teacher is Mrs. Cooper. Now, finally time to announce this year, 2023 Homecoming King and Queen. Thank you, David Diamond, for creating the diamond for our Homecoming Queen designed by Lassiter Senior, Victoria Rackham. Here to crown the king and the 2023 Homecoming Queen, Oliver Sophia. This year, 2023 Homecoming King is Hannah Lagos. Congratulations, Hannah. All right. This year, 2023 Homecoming Queen is Cameron freezing. Congratulations, kid. Advance, much more. Round of applause. Score 23-3. Homecoming number 4. Last of all, I'd like to thank Douglas Greyhounds and Jewelry. The official jeweler of Lassiter High School Award for 12 years. I would also like to thank CC Fund. Position Law, who are the repeat, and Auto Haircut, as well as Zip. Thank you all for your continued support of our Lassiter Trojans.
Welcome back to start the second half from the Frank. Before kickoff, over to my co-host Colin English for our scoreboard update from around the region, or any score you can find.
Yeah. It looks like right now the Alpharetta game still has no score, but I mean we can go around and look. I mean Rockdale and Mundy is 7-2. That's kind of weird. Douglas County at East Paulding is 28-7. Carrollton Westlake 17-0 with Carrollton leading that game right now, but.
Kickoff is in the air, and it'll be a touchback.
And this will be a dog fight of a half. It'll be very interesting to see. I think we're all excited up here, and anywhere you are right now.
It was a very fun 24 minutes, and I'm ready for the next half. Let's get this thing rocking.
Now, if I'm the offense here, I think I go screen. I think I go just little run play, little check down. Get something going, get the drive moving just a little.
Got myself a better vantage point for the start of this half. 24 minutes to play. They're going to hand this one up the gut on first down for a gain of about 5 or 6. Got about halfway to the sticks. A little bit of late shoving, but I'll say this. If you're getting 5 yards per carry, you're never going to be stopped.
No.
So that's exactly what you want to see to start your drive.
that's kind of what the coaches told us. You know, if you average 3 yards per play through 4 downs, it's a first down because it's 12 yards. So if you can just average 3 per play, you will be in the positive.
Turn our mics up. There we go. There we go. Second down and 5 for the Trojans. And it's going to be a inverted veer for Levi Munn, who's hit just in front of the sticks. I don't know if he fell far enough to move the chains, but we'll see.
Looks like a little bit of a lenient spot there. I think he fell just a little bit short. But you know what? If the refs are going to give us that first down, we'll take it. You know,
I don't lie, I guess, right?
Just good job by Levi. Good read there. You know, Taylor might have not been it. There to get on the outside, and you know it could have been a loss, but instead he takes it right on the right side and got the first down.
I got a point to make about the moon after this drive ends, which I think the audience will love to hear. Handoff on a kind of a half jet sweep, more of a outside zone, and Kevin Taylor was taken down for a short gain by about 3 or 4 Greyhounds.
Yeah, it looked like he grabbed a little bit of a helmet there, but, you know, Kevin Taylor's got to get upfield. You know, he's got the outside. He's just trying to make a couple moves, which you don't mind, but, you know, you just want guards.
He's trying to be Stetzer. Don't be Stetzer. Be Kevin Taylor and do your job. And hopefully he does that for the entirety of the rest of the half. Screen pass to Michael O'Brien, shakes off a tackle, but not getting very far. And that'll bring up a third down at about 8 or so.
Yeah, I like the play there. A little short screen, try and see as much yards as you can get, but it was just stopped short. And, I mean, those DBs have broke on those plays all day long.
And you do not want to give this drive up.
This is a big third down. Don't be surprised if you see a quote-unquote lightning call. We'll try and get them to jump here.
So third down and 9 for the Trojans from their own 31-yard line. Play action. Levi looking up to the right is having to avoid some pressure, and he walks right into the Pope defensive line for a sack. Coverage sack at that. But it'll bring up a Trojan fourth down punt.
Just a good job by that defensive lineman rallying around him. And those corners had very good coverage down the field. Nobody was open and just gave them time to rally around the football.
Fair catch called for, and Hope will take over from their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. You know, Pope's got good field position there, and it looks like either the 41 or the 40. And you know, they need to come out with this drive with their playmakers. And you know, that's JT Way and that's Stutzer, and you know, they're two quarterbacks that they've been very simultaneously going through. But this defense needs to make a huge stop, couple loss of downs. You know, get some big plays. Yeah. Looks like a trade to the right here. Motion. Orbit motion behind the QB. Handoff to JT Way, and he goes up the left side. Breaks the corner. There he goes. Tackled out of bounds by, it looks like, number 18, and that's Johnny Mitchell, freshman there. But just a good end-around play there. You know, JT Way was trying to get up that 4-gap, 5-gap there in between the tackle and guard, bounced it outside, and unfortunately Lassiter didn't have anybody on the outside to contain there, and he just made a big play there.
Just avoiding disaster there is Johnny Michaels. Good job there, by the way, on the play.
I do my best.
So first down for the Greyhounds, a roll out to the left side on the, I guess they go back to that Wildcat formation that worked so great for them in that first half. It is, once again, Hudson DeLine.
And Will Davidson was right there in the backfield, got contact on the QB, led him to only gain just a couple of yards. But, you know, you got to wrap up in the backfield, and, you know, he made a good play back there.
So it is second down and 8. This is a must-stop drive for Lassiter. You can't afford to go back down 2 scores for the second time in the game. You came back at one point. You don't want to have to do it in the second half. So you got to buckle in here and not break. JT Way in motion. They're looking for him on the screen pass. Quarterback instead going over the middle, and he overshoots everybody. Incomplete, intended for the end zone. And that'll make it a third down. And I hope this crowd is starting to get back to their seats here because we need their energy felt here on this third down play.
And that was Stutzer again, just that nice seam route there, and Thigpen once again on him. He's been on that kind of lock coverage there, bracket coverage as you'd like to call it, on their best guy, and fortunately he did get behind him, but the ball was overthrown. So we'll see. It's a big third down here. You know, obviously don't be surprised if they try and go bounce out of bounds, but we'll see. You know, that kicker has a leg, so just force him to fourth here.
Third down and 8. Oh, it's a snap over the head of DeLine. Having to cover it is JT Way.
Great job by Zach Dyer there, getting to the ball, and the Pope Greyhounds are going to have to punt here. And
we've seen that twice now on either side. Some excited snappers tonight.
And you know, it happens. It's just a thing in the game that you gotta overcome. And you know, fortunately for the Trojans, it happens on a big third down there, and it forces the Greyhounds to punt.
If you had to choose as a footballer, right? Would you rather your center snap it a little lower, you have to pick it off the ground, or over your head and you have to run back 10 yards, but you still might have a chance to do something?
Lower by far.
Oh! Lassiter almost blocking the punt. Calling fair catch very smartly, I believe that is Michael O'Brien.
And Collins Price was right there, you know. And
yes.
Those are things that aren't really covered by, but, you know, you got to dive out for the ball. Put your hands kind of in a diamond shape there like you're catching a football, and just dive at the ball, dive at his foot. Try not to he did not make contact, which is good because that would have been a
15-yard penalty the other way. So you kind of understand the conservative. If you hit it, you hit it. If you don't, you at least maybe force them to shank it or pull it too far to one side.
Yep.
But basically, it's a touchback. Lassiter starting from their own 20-yard line. Basically, a form of one. And we'll see what they do here. First down handoff up the middle. I believe that is to Kevin Taylor.
Yep, just a great job up the middle there, trying to get as much yards as he can, and that's a good 3-yard gain there. And
talk about big shoes that he's had to fill behind Jaheim Murray and Samuel Gadsden, who did so well for you guys the last couple of years, including up until this season. Kevin Taylor, you're not really seeing as many calls his way as you did when you had Bryson Harrison back there. As there goes Levi Munt, looking like Bryson Harrison for a Trojan first down.
Looks like it'll be a holding call though, and I believe is Walker Boswell.
Indeed, but to finish the statement, Taylor hasn't had as many run calls this year as you saw to Gadsden and Jaheim the last 2 years, but you're seeing that improvement as he is, only a sophomore, his first year on varsity, if I had to guess, and be interested to see his development as we continue on these next couple of years.
Yeah, and he's a speedy guy. He looks like, he's got athleticism. He can make those moves. He's got that game-breaking speed. It's just, can he make those tackles and break them, and can he get outside?
We'll certainly find out. Doubt they give it back to him here on second down and 12. Must have been a 10-yard penalty to make it from second and 3 to second and 13. Levi in shotgun to the right of him is Taylor. You got two wide to the left of your screen. It's going to be a screen pass out to Michael O'Brien. See if he can break a tackle. He does not. A great wrap up there by, I believe that is number 11 of the Greyhounds.
Davis Griffin there with a great tackle. Broke on the hitch. Michael O'Brien ran it perfectly, and he spun to the outside, trying to get as much yards as he could. And he just made the break and made a great tackle.
Feel free to chime in whenever. If you want to tell me the player's name, because I'm further over here, feel free. Don't be afraid to chime in. So third down and medium here for the Trojans. Got a chance to continue the drive once again. It's 5 wide. Levi looking to the right, and it's caught. Not going to make the sticks. There is a flag in the backfield, and I wonder if it is going to be roughing the passer.
It looks like it will, but, Kevin Taylor ran a great route, and it was a sail route, and it got straight to the line to gain and out, and he got the first down there.
Yeah, it is a roughing the passer.
And they will get 15 from where the ball ended up.
So Kevin Taylor keeps the stats, and the Trojans move the chains. Best of both worlds.
Those opportunities, they come, and you got to take full advantage of them. So we'll see.
So from the 46-yard line now, you have the Trojans down a touchdown, and it looks like you might have had a jump early.
Yep.
I don't want to say, I believe it was a neutral zone infraction on the Greyhounds, but I don't want to say too early. It is encroachment.
Just a good job there. I love the play call. You just got to keep them jumping, keep them on their toes, and that's exactly what they did on what we used to call a lightning call. Get them off their feet, and that's exactly what they did. And it's going to be 1st and 5 now.
It's already halfway to go now in Pope Greyhound territory. It's going to be another screen out to Michael O'Brien. And this time he decides to not avoid contact, and he goes straight towards the sticks.
You know what? That was a great job by Kevin Taylor there on that block. Yeah. Just giving Michael O'Brien more room to run.
And it looks like we're soon to have Super Suso swag. We'll give that to you when we get a chance to. Levi again on the QB keeper on first down. And I like that they're doing that. You're seeing that on first down now. Lassiter kind of going back to that QB keeper, or they're giving it to Kevin. to get them positive yardage. You want to get ahead of the chain, so even if you end up getting a penalty call here on second down, it's 2nd and 12, not 2nd and 22. And it's a big difference there. And, you know, did I jinx something once again?
Yeah, I don't know, but you've seen these past couple of plays. I think the 3 or 4 fast plays, they've been running the empty formation, and they've been spreading the box out. You know, inside you got the box, you got heavy guys, and as soon as Levi sees that there's not as many guys in that box, he's going to take off and he's going to run.
You're seeing more success since they had a goose egg on the scoreboard until they started opening it up more in that empty formation. And they tried going to the screens early, it wasn't working. They've worked more now since they've opened up the field, and Pope has had to respect that. You're seeing that screen game come back. So 2nd down and 12 here after the false start. Levi looking up in the pocket. It is in danger. And Lassiter wanting a PI call on the intended pass for Collins Price, but
looked like he was a little early there. I don't know about that. Just a little, but it was. You know, the refs are going to let them play and make those contact kind of calls, especially like if it's that close. But
yeah, especially in a rivalry game such as this. You're seeing Lassiter kind of hurry up here. 3 line to the left side of the quarterback. In empty once again is Levi. 10 on the play clock. We're at 5:47 here. Trojans down a touchdown in this 3rd quarter action. Levi looking left. He's going to have to run it, and he's got a first down and a whole lot more. Slide down. He does. They want the roughing call, or excuse me, the late hit him for unnecessary roughness. Looks like they're going to get it.
And they got it. It was a great job by Levi. Seeing that seam, nobody was open, and he took it immediately, and he just slid for safety, and they still hit him
at the plate.
And they're going to get a lot more yards off of that penalty.
He looked like Joe Blackwell sliding in a home plate. To use the example of 2 sport athletes. Yeah, so a blow to the head there. Sounds like something out of a video game. You don't usually hear that.
No. You hear a lot at the college and the NFL level, but that honestly might be my first time seeing it at the high school level.
Yeah. And so they're going to move even closer. Some unknown penalty distance. They weren't quite inside the 30 before the snap, so half the distance to the goal was not set in stone. And because of that, Lassiter is set up from the 15-yard line. Turnover free football, you have a chance to tie this game right here. First down carry to Taylor. They're trying to get ahead of the sticks, and they're running way away from us here from the booth. That is a positive game, and about 3 or 4 will turn up for Sopa Sousa Swag. Let's see if I can turn it up the right way this time. By the time the play starts, our viewers can hear us. Great jam. Hopefully they hear it all on the Greyhound side. 2nd down, it is a keeper for Levi, and they make the right read on the option. The Greyhound defense right there to snuff it out.
And there's that man, Nick Chow, making another great play, making sure Levi has to keep it, and then breaking out on Levi to get that play in the backfield.
3rd down and 10. Got to move the ball here. I'm sure they'll play that at least 2 more times. Maybe it's good for the offense's sake they don't while it's 3rd and 10 in the red zone. 4 wide for Levi. Rolling out an empty. You got a block from Griffin Mack. He's got a long way to go, and he lowers his shoulder and is going to be taken down around the 10-yard line. Interesting decision coming up for Coach Tome now.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. It looks like they are going to send the field goal team on, so, you know, come away with points. And I do like that decision there.
Especially in the second half.
Absolutely. It's a close game, you know.
Take the points. They're free. We see it every week as Falcons and Browns fans. We know exactly how this thing works. This will be Tyler Roman on for about a 33-yard attempt. His kick is up, and it is through the uprights. Add 3 to the Trojans. with a scary number here for me, Mr. English. 3:28 remaining here in this third quarter. It's a 21-17 score in favor of the Greyhounds. We'll mute our mics, and we'll come back to the sounds of Salpasusa Swag on the other side of the break. Taken away. Down for a touchback. We'll quiet ourselves once again into the chance. Always that unfortunate timing. Part of the business. They end right as I mute.
Now, after those points, we got to see what this defense will do and how this Pope offense will respond. You know, they got to come out with a big play, and if you're Lassiter defense, you have to stop the big plays.
Yes.
You've
no more
seen
backbreakers.
before, if they don't make a big play, the drive goes nowhere. They've played fantastic other than those 2 or 3 plays.
And we'll see what's in store from here. What quarterback is checked into the ballgame? We'll find out in just a second. And he's got some space there on that first down run. Still pushing his way up to the sideline, up towards the 45-yard line. My goodness, what a run.
And that's Stutzer again, another Wildcat formation, and they've been going to that whenever they need a big run there, and that's exactly what he did. And he broke what looked like 4 or 5 tackles, which is unbelievable. It was a great play by that young man.
That's half the defense right there. He's basically batting them off like maggots. Have you seen that play from, I want to say it was like a Hawaii high school game a couple years ago? They had like this big.
On the kickoff?
Yeah. And it was like, big man is swatting them off like maggots and flies.
Yeah.
And he looked like the guy from Moana.
Yes.
Yeah, he was just a big Hawaiian, masculine guy. And his 5 broken tackles reminded me of that. Handoff again to the near side. I'm guessing that was to JT Way. I can't really see from this vantage point.
Look like it, yeah. I think they're just trying to get a couple yards up the middle there, get some closer way, and open up for DeLine. That those passes have been kind of there, and we'll see what they do. Stutzer's there, but they also got Alex Tushabe over there, who's made a big play off of that tipped interception, or could have been interception.
Yes. Yes.
We'll see.
And the difference in that game right now is that pick 6. The one that was batted up in the air, taken back to the house, and you compare that to Sean Mixon's, which led to a touchdown. Well, I guess there was a blocked field goal that drive, but momentum has been the big difference in those 2 plays. Here's the line, rolling out to the right side, looking for a man. He's going to throw it into no man's land, and it's brought down by the Greyhounds. How in the world does Stutzer do that?
Just went up and caught the ball over the guy. Unbelievable play. And you know what? Harston Harrison was right there, gave the line no room to run up. The line had to back up and just threw it right to his playmaker. Unbelievable catch.
Aggressive catch playmaker right there. You see on the sideline, and it's a little deserving. You see on his head on the sideline. What a great play. Got to give shout out to him.
The no gloves, too.
I'm sorry?
The no gloves.
Yeah.
You don't see that with many receivers this day anymore.
When you're a hitter who has no gloves, and when you're a wide receiver that wears no gloves, that's how you know you're that guy. You're that guy. Handoff up the middle once again, and Lassiter stopping him for about a gain of 2.
Good job by Walker Boswell there, hitting the seam right in the A-gap and just making that good play there to only let him get 2.
We're waning to about the 2-minute mark, had to bring in a moon pun. See if Lassiter can wax their offense off the field. Oh, I'll stop. Oh, God. That's not how I'm going to get a job in this industry. I'm too punny for that. Oh, I just did it again. Anyways, I think there's a football game going on.
There is.
Yeah. Maybe we should talk about that. 2nd down and 8. From the Lassiter 42-yard line, the Greyhounds within motion here. And it is once again a Wildcat run. Got to wrap up, and they do. Stutzer taken down for about a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6.
And there's our man, Griffin Mack, once again breaking through the line of scrimmage there to make that play and only let him get 2 again.
Whenever there's a play that Griffin Mack puts a spot in the stat sheet for, it's a positive play for the Trojans. I very rarely see plays where he is at the end of it and something didn't go, something positive didn't happen.
He is a game wrecker.
So 3rd down and 6, huge play for the Lassiter defense here. A minute and change remaining here in this 3rd quarter, trailing by 4. Stutzer throwing it to the right side. It is breaking, and it looks like Lassiter is able to make the tackle right at the sticks.
And, that's something you haven't seen all game, and they kind of shocked him with it, and that was the little wing formation throw.
Derek said, hey, I can throw this ball too.
I mean, and it looked like Reed Joseph there, that fullback, tried to make a move there and just kind of had his knee down, and they only got 1 yard to go. Let's get a stop here.
4th down. You want to think that they're going to go to a QB option here. It is a run to the right. Stutzer just gets past the sticks. He needed a yard. He got 2.
And you can see Griffin Mack in that backfield. Just unfortunate he missed the tackle.
The pursuit just not quite quick enough to catch up with the athlete.
Yeah, Stutzer's just got that speed.
We jinxed Griffin too. We got to stop saying anything. We just got to go on mute and listen to natural sound. Maybe Lassiter does that. We're going to win this game, folks. And it looks like that is going to do it here for this 3rd quarter. Lassiter's going to have to get a stop here on the other side of the break. But what a ball game. Do not go anywhere. This is nowhere near over here. Is this the new East Cobb Super Bowl? Is it fair to announce it as that?
I think it is fair to announce.
Well, we're going to be the first one to say the official new East Cobb Super Bowl. 1 quarter of action remaining. It is 21-17 Pope. And you see 4s up everywhere on either sideline. And we'll be right back from the Frank here as the defenses go marching down the other way.
We've finally reached the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to announce the lucky winner of the Lassiter Lassie 30-day Gateway to beautiful Destin, Florida. And the winner is Deborah Nicholas. Congratulations, Deborah Nicholas. If you are present tonight, please come on down to the drawing table where the color guard is. We can't wait to congratulate you in person and share the excitement. For those who participated in this contest, we sincerely appreciate your incredible support. Your contributions will go to
4th quarter, gut check time. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
And they started off with a handoff to the right side. What a hit. You love to see it.
Great job by Harrison there, breaking off the receiver's block and making a huge hit in the backfield.
Granted, it looks like JT Way is a little slow to get up, and you don't like seeing that.
No, that's very unfortunate.
Someone who's had an incredible performance tonight, and you hate to see it get abruptly stopped like that. We hope that everything's okay.
And it looks like he's holding his head there a little bit.
No.
Just hope he's okay.
What a game wrecker he's been, too. Everybody taking a knee. And we'll take the timeout with him. So good to see JT Way is walking off in his own power. Can't really say we'll have an update on what happens. We'll just have to see if he comes back out on the field or not. We hope he does for the sake of his health.
And he is walking on his own weight, so,
Yes.
he may be a concussion type deal. So, you just got to hope he's okay.
We'll see how that dictates the rest of the Greyhound drive, because, it's been him and Stutzer a lot of the night. Griffin Mack is back into the ball game. He's playing that right edge. And it's more of a bunch formation than what we've seen, only 2 wide receivers out to the left side. They're going to hand this one off to a typical back, and he gets about 2 or 3.
And, you know, it looks like Ethan Alterman there, the sophomore running back, you know, and you wonder how much damage that does to this offense. You know, JT Way has been able to find those gaps, and you do wonder if Alterman can do the same, and if he can't, then it's a huge loss.
Because while Stutzer has done so much for them, it's been the yin and yang that you've seen from JT Way. They've been able to take presence off one another. Lassiter can only focus so much on each of them with the quarterback rotation going on. Now you might be able to put a second guy on Derek Stutzer, knowing he's not on the ball game right now, and kind of focus up on this 3rd down. We'll see what's in store. Bunch to the left side and trips. Looking that way to line over the middle. It is broken down and incomplete. Great play. It is strapped up.
And that's Harston Harrison and Taylor on that ball once again, you know, not letting him catch the ball. You know, you got to catch it through traffic once you come through the middle.
4th down and 8. This is not an easy kick. This is going to be 53, 54 yards. Not to say that he doesn't have the leg, but you saw it blocked earlier.
Let's see. Looks like about a
54, 53-yard kick.
40 to 50-yard kick here. 49, 50-yard kick here.
35-yard line. They're snapping it from the 42. I guess they are snapping it a little bit closer. And the kick is on the way, and it is just through the uprights, and the Greyhounds get their 3 right back. Maybe that's why you saw that kick blocked earlier. They're not snapping it from 7 yards back. They're snapping it from 4.5 yards back, and it gave Lassiter time to get there. They do get it off that second time, and just enough legs, so if they snapped it from that 7-yard back, it might have been a bonk right off the upright.
Yep. Who knows? I mean, it was a great kick, though.
Yes,
I mean,
and we've seen his leg on display all night.
Yep.
Ready to kick things back off. Game nowhere near over. 10:41 to go. And this is more of a line drive kick fielded, and it is a touchback. Okay, I was about to say, not so sure you want to field that there.
Yep.
But the smart call did not let it bounce over his head crazily. And Lassiter will go to work.
Yep, and this offense just needs to stay calm. You know, it's still
Yes.
a one-score game.
Even if you don't score a touchdown this game, it is not over. The
No.
defense really needs to have your back in that situation, because you got to think there's probably only 2 drives left on either side. But Lassiter is right where they want to be, and that's in this football game.
Yep, they are right there, and they just need this drive here. You know, let's get it big. You know, a couple screen plays, some runs there to Taylor, and just get it going.
And they're going to start with a screen pass to Collins Price, who had to dive for it incomplete.
Just put a ball in front of him. You know, when you're running those screen plays, you're taught take the one step, stutter step, come back a couple yards, and he just threw it kind of at the line of scrimmage there, and Collins Price had to kind of dive for the catch.
We'll see what Lassiter does here. 2nd down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 5 wide. They're again going to set it up for a screen. It's not to Collins Price this time, but it is for positive yardage. And that was number 20, Renan Kelly, who didn't really get to see a lot of the halftime discussion. Of course, he was out here for the homecoming court. So maybe not so much of a surprise. You kind of saw his production come down in the 3rd quarter. They kind of had to catch him up on everything he missed during the half. They've, of course, caught back up now as we're in the 4th quarter of action. He's there with a 2nd down reception.
He did have that one big play there at
Yes.
I believe the 2nd or 1st quarter, and, you know, trying to get the ball to their playmakers.
So 3rd down and 6 here for the Trojans. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the game. Trojans down a touchdown. Got to make something happen. Levi looking over the middle to Collins Price. I believe that is a first down.
Yep, and that was just
Great
a
catch.
hitch and sticks call. You know, you run the hitch to the sticks, get past the sticks, come back, catch the ball so the defender can't make a play on it, and Collins Price had a great catch there for a first down.
So first down for the Trojans. And it is a handoff to Kevin Taylor. And Taylor's got some space. And he's going to cross midfield for another Lassiter Trojans first down. Let's go.
Yep, and that was a great job. Handoff to the left side, got outside, and Renan Kelly made a good block there, and he made a good play. Lined up in another empty formation. We'll see what they do here.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Lassiter working from Pope territory now, having to take off and keep it as Levi just hold on to the football, and everything will be all right. Kind of like what Bob Marley taught us. And that is a gain of 5. Gain of 4, I should say. Second down and 6. Trojans down a touchdown here, under 9 minutes of action, and it's overthrown. Looking for Renan Kelly once again. Maybe a little excited there is Levi. Now you got another third down and medium.
Yeah, we'll see what they go here. You know, I like the QB draws, keep them on their toes, make sure that they are staying back, but we'll see where they go here. You know, it's a good 3rd and 6 here, and
yeah,
watch for the lightning call, watch for a screen, watch for the hitches, and
you're seeing Michael O'Brien way wide on the right side of the screen. Haven't seen a lot of Sean Mixon in this half. Mack in motion, Collins Price moving into the slot now. 11 on the snap clock, they get it off. It's going to be a handoff to Kevin Taylor. Gets about 3. And while it does bring up a 4th down, Lassiter's in a spot where they could easily go for this.
I think you have to at this point. You know, you got 8 minutes left. You need to make a play, and the way this drive is going, you're going to waste a lot of time on that clock, and this is a monumental first down here.
It's a gut check right here. Crowd is into it. 4th down and 3. Trojans down a touchdown. 2 wide to the right side for Levi. You got the extra blocker, Griffin Mack, in there. We'll see what they do. It's a handoff to Kevin Taylor. Bounce and gets to the outside. He slips and falls. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
And you know what? Looks like Logan Castro was there on that outside at that corner position. I don't know if he would have stayed up if he would have even gotten it. He was in great position there. But this is a defensive match right here. You know, you have to make a play. Got to get the ball back.
Well, now you're set up where you're about 20 yards from Pope being in field goal position, and they can go up 2 scores with now 8 minutes left in this contest.
And that's something you are desperately trying to avoid. Now, don't make any desperate moves. Just do your job. Make the stop.
Got to get them behind the chains here.
Looks like another Wildcat formation, and JT Way is back in the game.
Good to see. Good to see. So a snap from the Pope 42-yard line, and Stutzer takes it for about 2 yards. You'll let him have that.
Yep, and that was a great job. Looks like Bryce Parker once again. We've called his name a couple of times. He's making some great plays running up into the Pope backfield and just making that play at the line of scrimmage.
No tight end in the game for Pope here on the 2nd down snaps. You got to think it's going to the same 2 you've heard all night. It's Hudson DeLine in there. I think they've decided that he matches up the game plan better.
Yeah, it looks like they got that fullback on that left side here, but I wouldn't be surprised on a little counter play or a weak side run from JT Way.
In motion now, and they're going to fake it to JT, and right up the gap and shot very nicely by the Trojans. He's trying to roll over for as much yardage as possible, and Sean Mixon saying, hey, no funny business. And that brings up another crucial 3rd down. You failed to do it on 4th down. That was your big play. You failed. This is where your defense has to have your back. It's their turn. They're not in 4-down territory. This is their 4th down, unless, of course, you get a gain of 5 and maybe they decide to be aggressive. This is where the defense has to make up for what the offense didn't do and get a stop and get the ball back.
Yep, and you know that on offense, you could see that play clock and that is running down. You know, we had 8 minutes left, about a minute to go, and we're down to 6:40. So we'll see. They're gonna
Pope is going to take the timeout and think things over. Huge call with 6:40 to go. I wanted to talk about the moon earlier, but I feel like so much has happened. Do we still bring it up?
I don't know.
Well, I'll say this. For the flat earthers that are out there, that's been proven false in the time we've been sitting here. The viewers can't see what we're talking about here. But if you look at where my hand is, Colin, the moon was about there when this game started. It's now moved way over here, which tells me to believe this earth is moving.
Yeah. And you know what? It kind of reminds me of what's going on here. You know,
Yeah.
we start here and we're over
Oh,
here.
here we go with the Mr. Corny.
Oh.
I thought I was the corny one in this booth. Ironically, we said it pregame. It looks like the DreamWorks animation moon, and now that we've moved a little bit, it looks exactly in that position you were talking about. So there's someone fishing, and hopefully they're fishing to get a stop here on this Greyhound offense. They're down in 6. It is a screen pass over to JT Way. You got to make a tackle in open space. You have not, and oh my goodness, there might be a face mask call.
Yep, looks like it, or a horse collar there, and that's just unfortunate. And it looks like that was Shaw mixing there, and you know he had the one-on-one matchup and
Got a little too giddy.
just slipped up a little bit there.
You had him stopped, and it looks like he got a little too giddy and was thinking too far upfield, knowing that he had to get him put down to the ground, and that might have come back to cost them the stop. Still no official call yet. You'd have to assume it's an automatic first down for Pope. Feel free to tell us whenever you get a signal of some sort, Colin.
I'm looking for it. I'm trying to figure out what they're discussing here.
Yeah, I see you're very zoned in. You're almost
Yep.
about to knock over our monitor. Oh, here's the official face mask. Yikes. That's exactly what you didn't need.
No, it's a big first down there for Pope, and it looks like they're going to go Wildcat formation here once again.
And they're going to continue to chew off this game.
Yep.
You got to think these next two plays are both going to be runs. They're not going to even think about passing it until they get to a third down scenario.
Third or
I'm
fourth down
crashing
at
in.
least.
So from the Lassiter 47-yard line, they give it to JT Way once again, and he's got enough space to get it down to about the 40-yard line. Clearly not having any issues from earlier. Right back to what he was doing.
Yep.
And takes it down to about the 39-yard line, a gain of 8.
And it was just a good job there. Lassiter was kind of caressed down and not spread out outside there, and there was not really anybody to contain there. And looks like they're going to stay in Wildcat, though. I mean, for them, it's a good decision to run out the clock.
10 seconds on the play clock. We're at 5:40 and counting. Trojans down a touchdown. And there it is to Stutzer, and he does have the first in a good bit more. Another about 9 yards or so down to the 31. Maybe a gain of 10. I don't know what 10 is. Is that a new number?
I guess.
Student section starting the Viking clap, trying to keep this defense in it. We talked about it before the drive started, and it's an official timeout here. We talked about this before the drive started, and we said that Lassiter could only give them about 20 to 25 yards before you were in dangerous territory. You're past that.
Yep.
You have to find a way here to have, a loss here in this series of downs and push them back, because that kicker's got a leg and he has a chance to put him up 2 scores with 5 minutes. I don't think this offense has enough in him to go score, get the stop, or rely on an onside kick. And you hate to see the game slip away like that, because you talked about it at halftime. It comes down to these little differences, and you saw it big time right there on that last series. Lassiter slipped on their 4th down, and they have their own 4th down stop coming up for a face mask. And that could be the very big difference in this ball game. 5:20 left to tell. Somebody make a play, as you said, Colin. And it's a counter to the right side. JT Way with some space, cuts it back in field. You haven't seen them do it a lot tonight, but there is a flag. I wonder if that's the graceful holding call we've asked for.
We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised here.
And very un-JT Way-like to see him cut left in. You've seen him just kind of ride the sideline almost all of the evening, but maybe the coaches taught him to keep in balance, keep the clock moving, and take the yardage wherever.
Yeah, just good situational football there. He knows, if you got to stay in balance, and if you stay in balance, the clock keeps running. Oh, and it looks like a block in the back on the Greyhounds. They're going to back them up a little bit, but these are the moments here where the defense is going to go for the peanut punch, taking it back to the back to 90s or 80s there with the peanut punch, trying to get the ball out.
That's over my head. Not going to lie, you lost me with that one. Which takes a lot to do that, so I'll give you a brownie point for that. I guess hot dog points if we're being politically correct.
Those were very good.
$311 seconds, quick math left in this game. That's 5 minutes and 11 seconds. Who is now back on the score bug. That's been on and off tonight. Hopefully it's fixed for next Friday. Of course, we have one more telecast this year. Maybe a playoff game. We'll see. But we do know we'll be back a week from tonight against Sprayberry. Over the middle now. DeLine going deep, and it is. I wonder if it was a basket catch.
Incomplete.
Did he bring that in? I don't think so. It looks like it hit the turf.
Looked like he hit the turf, and then it kind of came out of his hands. Yep. And, it didn't surprise me that they tried to take a shot here. They are deep from where they actually want to be. And, this
exactly what we talked about.
Might be at a field goal range here, and that's a huge.
Well, it's second down. So you still have the ability to go back to your Wildcat here and get 10 yards and get you right back where you need to be. Lassiter, you got to give up less than 10 yards these next two plays. Make it a tough attempt. Make them have to think about it.
Yep, don't be shocked here if this defense sends a couple of blitzes here, and it looks like they're going to take a timeout, talk it over.
And so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back from the Frank. We appreciate you joining us throughout the broadcast. We got 5 more minutes to play out, and it's been a great contest, as we expected. And hopefully next Friday is just as good. We'll come back from the other side of the break, and maybe you can finally get us a score on the Alatoona
Alpharetta Johns Creek game.
Alpharetta Johns Creek game. Appreciate it. We'll be right back from the Frank. Second down and 20. Hope. Roll out to the right side. It's DeLine. Looking deep. He's got a man. It's JT Way into the end zone. Backbreaker. That's Stutzer into the end zone.
Yeah, that was Cole Witt there. The lefty quarterback rolled out left, and
they made the whole switcheroo on us. You hadn't seen a lot of him in the second half. He comes back in, the better arm talent, and he throws a dime. Lassiter was caught napping on the blitz. Maybe they scored quick enough where Lassiter can go score once again, but now you're still down 2 scores.
And just got right behind Sabian Thigpen. He had good coverage, and Stutzer has some speed, and just got right behind and made a play.
Sabian made some great plays tonight against Stutzer, but athlete on athlete, sometimes the other one's going to win. And it's an unfortunate scenario there. PAT is once again bonked off the scoreboard. There is some whistling, but as of right now, it is a good PAT attempt.
Looks like the Trojans were offsides here.
Yeah.
That penalty might be huge because they could go for 2 here, but may look like they're not going to take it.
Oh. Not quite sure what that means. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Kit just say it was still 30-17?
I thought he made it.
He definitely made it, but I'm pretty sure Kit said something along the lines of the penalty saying it's 30-17. Running into the kicker. So he must have been incorrect in his wording.
We got 31 here and we got 30 up there.
Yeah,
so
I have 31 in my head, but Kit says 30, so we're all discombobulated. We're in that witching hour as For the NFL Red Zone watchers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And now they'll be kicking it off from Lassiter's 45-yard line. I wonder if you see some sort of squib here.
Squib or?
I can't think they'll onside it up 14.
No.
I don't think so. I would expect more of a squib or a pooch. It is a basic line drive through the end zone. That was all show and tell. All right, Levi. Let's see what you're made of, kid.
Big moment here for him. Just, you got to go down the field and you got to score quick. You need 2 scores and you need them fast.
Yeah. You got to get one before you get the other. But maybe that is the blessing in disguise. Pope could have easily ran down the clock, went up 10. They go up 14, but they do it with a little bit of nature, leaving more time for Lassiter. Five wide for Levi. Going to throw to the right side. It is caught for a gain of about 4. Michael O'Brien goes out of bounds.
Just a little bit of hitch routes there, and you know what? It's good situational awareness by O'Brien. Make the catch and get it out of bounds, and that was only 5-second play.
Yep, got out of bounds. And let's see if you can do that again. Now trips to the left. Still 5 wide out of empty. They're going to continue with that screen game. And Pope's giving it to him. Pope is going to let him get 4 yards, at least for now. If you see him continue to move it across midfield, I expect he'll make an adjustment and know that they're still moving the ball.
Yep.
But in the field position that Lassiter is currently playing with, if you're on Pope's side, you're going to give him 4 yards on a screen pass when you're up 14, 4 minutes remaining in the contest.
Yeah, they're not going to let anything deep get behind them. They're just going to let all the little screen plays kind of be right underneath them.
And that is a first down reception for Michael O'Brien. Great camera shot, by the way, of the Pope sideline. I know they're ahead in this one, but they're very much into this game, trying to wheel their defense to one final stop. Hopefully our Trojans say that's not to be.
Big 4th down here. We'll see what happens here. He just stepped out of bounds on another screen play there, so.
Yeah, it's 3 in a row.
Under
You gotta
center,
think they're gonna go right
first
back
time
to
we've
it.
seen it all day.
On 4th down. And he definitely got it, squirting out of the pile. And that'll move the chains. That will, however, run the clock.
That you got to get on the ball. It's you get the first down and that's good. But this is a need to go NASCAR type situation.
Vroom, vroom.
At some point the screens have got to start becoming 10 yards and 15 and 20 and just seeing how far deep you can get.
Under 4 minutes now. And I believe that's a new quarterback in there.
Levi's helmet came off, so Josh Freyer, the freshman, had to go in for a play there.
Came in and did his job.
Yep.
I wonder if he played last night. They had a JV or freshman game here at some sort last night. I know you talked about the ineligibility, but I wonder if one play, if he's allowed just to come in and do that.
So the eligibility starts on Friday.
Gotcha.
So any quarter that they play in on Friday is the start of the week.
Gotcha. So he could have played last night and that snap tonight. He's okay.
Yep.
So, but now that he's taken a snap in the 4th quarter, is he ineligible to play in 3 quarters of the next JV game?
They get 6 quarters.
6 quarters.
All week.
But does that one snap go down as a quarter?
Yep.
Wow. So now you might as well just use him. Find someplace for him. But it is a big 3rd down here. Levi rolling up in the pocket. It's going to have to make a play, and he's going down. And waving goodbye, number 15 on the Pope.
That's Nick Chow, and they're going to get him for a celebration, but he just made a great play. Yeah, and Levi's a little injured there, and it looks like they're going to.
And I do want to give a good shout out to Neighbors there. He's kind of been in Levi's face all night. He's been emoting on him every now and again. Great sportsmanship, though, to see if he was okay. You never want to see injuries at the end of the day.
No.
And that's now 2 plays in the last series of downs that Levi has been shaken up in.
And he's just putting his heart and soul into this game, and that's who that guy is. He's just a leader, He's going to put everything out on that field, and you know,
He learned it all from Bryson.
and seeing all the, you know, just the pick six earlier that he had, which he shook off and went for a touchdown the next drive. You know, he's just a tough guy, and he puts his heart and soul into this game, and he loves this team and loves this game, and it's hard to see a guy like that get injured at all.
Well, we talked about him a second ago. We're going to have Joshua Frary come in here. 4th and 13. Game on the line.
Yep. Big play here for the young freshman, but they do get a penalty. I wonder if it's an automatic first down.
It might be. You're seeing the chains walk.
Yep.
Yeah, it will be.
So first down on the 45, young freshman.
Some words we can't say on this broadcast, but that is an accurate description of what that penalty was. 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Camera was doing so well. And they're right back into the zone of the offensive line. Frary, first down, taking a shot over the middle, and it is knocked down incomplete. Not quite sure how that even had a chance to get to the intended target. I believe that was Kevin Taylor on a wheel route.
Yeah, just a little short there, and you know the linebacker there made a great play, and he was very, very tightly covered.
I'm sure you'll see a little bit of drop off in arm talent between Levi, who is a junior.
Looks like Levi's back in though. The toughness from the kid is unbelievable.
Shout out to for Joshua though, coming in and getting 2 first downs, making use of his snaps. Collins Price in motion. They're looking right at him. He makes the catch, and he looked too far upfield.
It's just, kicked him in the back there. I'm surprised there's no flag there, but you know that's one of those situations where he had the ball in his hands and just looked up before he secured the catch and tried to get upfield, and you know you see that a lot in young receivers, and it's a mistake you can't make, and it's unfortunate.
So, 3rd down and 10 after the back-to-back incompletions. Lassiter's got to start moving this ball. Levi rolling to the right, having to avoid that same pass rush he's had issues with all night. It's that right side that's crashed in, and they get him once again.
And there's the 2 guys, Nick Chow and has been all over, and Luke Neighbors is just they're just wrecking that left side of that offensive line, and you know this is where you got to take the deep shot. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. You know,
4th down and what, 23?
22 maybe.
Nice. They'll take some yardage over no yardage. You don't want to allow Pope the chance to run up the score if they get the ball back right here. Here's the game on the line once again. What does Levi do? Having to chuck it deep, one-on-one coverage. It is just over the head and falls harmlessly out of bounds. Intended for Michael O'Brien. And I think I hear the fat lady singing.
Yep. Just a unfortunate tip there from the DB. Michael O'Brien was unfortunately unable to bring it down, and 2 minutes left. They're in field goal position.
Just a bit outside.
Just a hard-fought game on both sides.
As someone, you know the history of this matchup a little more than I do. When's the most recent Lassiter win in this contest?
Years.
Really?
Which is unfortunate.
Because all these games are close.
It's maybe since 2018.
Yeah.
And that's 5-6 years.
Wow. Stutzer's going to run up the score unless he's knocked out of bounds. That might be a touchback. That might be a touchback.
Looks like they're going to give it to him on about the 1.
Yeah, I thought he might have rolled that into the end zone.
Oh, it looks like he stepped out at the 5.
Wow, he might have saved himself there. I don't like that from Pope, though. The game's won. Don't run up the score. And is just the marksmanship of two rivals there? Stutzer had a chance to go to the end zone, and he said, screw it, I'm taking it.
Yeah, that's the rivalry in you. You know, you want to beat your opponent senseless.
Stutzer is going to walk in untouched, and this game has gotten way out of hand. Well, now I kind of want to see Lassiter go right back down and answer. You play to the final whistle, clearly.
Yep. That's what you want from all your players. It's just a play to the final whistle.
Don't like seeing that.
No.
We might sound like Homer, boomers there, but I just don't like seeing it. The game was in hand. They could have gotten 1 first down and the game would have been over. But they score in a matter of, 12 seconds? PAT is off the advertising upright and good off the scoreboard. And Pope has its biggest margin of the night, now a 38-17 lead for the Greyhounds, and it is a party on the opposite sideline.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and rush the field. They're all kind of gathering towards the fence there. Hopefully we can keep them off.
You wouldn't think any shenanigans would happen, would you? You don't think there'd be any?
Who knows?
I would hope not. As someone who stepped on their field too, you don't want to do that. Who do you think had the nicer field? Here, or you think they had a better artificial?
Us, 100%. Us, 100%. Their turf feels like quicksand. Like it's so deep. It's awful.
Their school is kind of right in the middle of a ditch. Which I'm not saying that the trash on the school is just where it's built, but as someone who's been on both fields, you would know more than I do. I just had to ask based on the idea of run rushing the field. But I don't want to say that to bash on Pope. I don't want to say, oh well, yeah, their field sucks. We're kind of headed towards that conversation. So I just wanted to reel ourselves back in.
No, it's just the turf to rubber ratio is there's a lot of rubber, and you can really it twists your ankles and your brakes are slipping. And
do you think they know how to play on it more than the opponents do? For sure.
Yeah, I mean especially as a home team, you practice on your field more than any other, and you get comfortable in knowing what spots are where. And
going to throw it over the side here to Renan Kelly, and he's going to work his way close to a first down mark as the final minutes will tick off this game. Once again, a shout out to anybody that's watched this tonight, whether it's been part of the Lassiter News Network YouTube channel broadcast, been a part of the comments, or been part of our paid-wall NFHS network subscription, as Renan Kelly is going to move for about 5 yards or so. Fans are clamoring for a face mask.
That was definitely a face mask.
Yeah. But shout out to our much loyaler viewers here on the NFHS paid wall broadcast. They've been watching us for years, all the way back to before Jim and Marty were doing this. And we appreciate them for joining us again. One more Friday to do this year, and maybe there's a little bit of luck and you somehow host a playoff game. I'm not quite so sure about the happenings of that right now. Griffin McInnotion with a minute and change left and a wide open. I want to say that's
Kevin Taylor.
Kevin Taylor, who was putting on the juke moves on display as he crosses over the Trojan head. But we do have one more broadcast this next Friday. Another rivalry. Hopefully it's the atmosphere is the same. The outcome is different. Lassiter going so quick with their hurry up, they got there before the Chains could. And we end up seeing the Sprayberry Yellow Jackets. Ironically, he had a couple of their players sitting right to the left of the press box tonight, scouting out. So about that. Whoa, are we under attack by aliens?
I don't know what that was.
I'm sure there's people that think we're the direct cause of no score bug or things going, like, we have control of our audio up here, and that's about it. What you guys see at home is what Cullen and I see up here. So sometimes we get just as stressed as our viewers do at home, saying, why is everything looking like this? Well, we're right there with you. Amateur broadcast at the end of the day. Third down at about 6. Levi is going to step up to the right side, and it is a first down for the Trojans. Ball came out. I believe he was down. He had to have been down. They're signaling it, and they're signaling it Greyhound ball.
It looked like he was already down, but they're gonna call it as a fumble, and looks like the Greyhounds are just gonna knee it out there, and that's unfortunate. And he made a great catch and a great move, and
there's no way.
I can't believe it.
I mean, if the officials just want to get the game over with, it doesn't make it go by any quicker, change in possession. Oh, man. You hope that they just need this out here. If they run any trickery, Wildcat, it's just, what are you playing for at that point?
Yeah.
I really feel like helping breaking down tonight.
Fine with me.
And that is a knee.
And they're just going to knee it out.
Yeah, knee from Hudson DeLine, who played a majority of the second half. It was Cole Waite who came in on that
big conversion there.
Yep. And the final score tonight, unless of anything crazy happening, Pope was going to end up running away with this one in the fourth quarter. For those of us that, just look at the scoreboard, this game was a lot closer than what was on the box score. But Pope does end up winning this game. Good sign, though, that you are seeing hands shaking here. You did not see that in the last contest. And hopefully nothing crazy happens here in this exchange. 5 seconds ticking, and as we hear the final horn right there, that'll do it. Lassiter falling to the Pope Greyhounds tonight by a final score of 38-17. Again, one more broadcast right here, same time, same place next Friday. Home of the home of the Lassiter Trojans, facing off against another rival in the name of the Sprayberry Yellow Jackets, maybe even closer to the school than Pope is. It was a pleasure, doing this game, and also want to give a shout out once again to my color co-host and Colin English. Any final thoughts before we sign off tonight?
Yeah, just a tough, hard battle there on both sides. It was a ball game, and unfortunately, coming out with a loss, you got to come out next week firing. You really do. And Pope gets their first win of the year, and good for them and their side. And not really, no, not really good for them.
First win of the year.
Yeah,
that's tough. Well, that's a somber way to end the broadcast, but you do hear the fight song in the background. We hope that anybody that was here enjoys the rest of the homecoming weekend festivities. And any students out there, don't do anything too crazy. Keep in line. And for those of everybody that has watched, we once again appreciate you for spending your Friday night with us. Come back same time, same place next week. I'm already starting to fumble around with my words. And we will see you guys next time from the Frank. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy your weekends.